it yourself?
What does that have to do with what I just asked you?
Bro, have you been able to use it yourself?
This guy cannot. He's not tracking conversation.
No, I'm not able to do it myself. But guess who isn't also able to do it? Nigerians, right? Y'all have almost every resource in Nigeria, but you don't know how to mine it. And that's the point I'm trying to tell you. They're pulling a scheme on you and stealing your shit. And you're telling me that they brought technology and science to you. No, they're robbing you.
You don't. His mom is not whatever his mom is, right? He doesn't understand something. His mom is nothing. Doesn't understand that they will never give us a transfer of technology. They only come here and take everything we have. They give us nothing to be able to take those same things, mine them, and make anything of them. And they cast these things away to their countries, form them into items, and they sell them back to us at outrageous prices. And I'm sure he's buying it. His mom is not nothing. And here he is. Opening is 35 or 36 or 32, whatever the case may be.
How he
How doesn't
he know that? And he's Nigerian. I'm American and I know that.
The only thing I regret the British do is that the fact that they came into Africa, and they give women power. That is the only thing I regret that they do.
If you worship the God of your ancestors, listen. If you worship the God of your ancestors' enemies, then you are your ancestors' enemies. That's a shame. You know, we call people like you in my country. We have a name for you.
Godless Reggie, just 1 second. That guy just said that the only thing that he's upset about is that they gave women
power.
So your mother is nothing. Can you please tell us, how did the British give women power?
Good.
Oh wow.
Do you know that before the British came to this country, women have no say where a man is talking?
Oh my gosh, he's so wrong.
Can you prove this?
I don't have anything to prove to you. Go and read your African history.
Then where did you get
Read history.
Where did you get the information from?
I read it from book.
Where? What book? Please tell. Do tell. Hey Cheyenne, really?
Go and look for African history.
No, tell us where you
I'm not ready to tell you
from.
anything. I'm not ready to tell you anything. But I know I read it from a book.
You cannot tell us where you read that from. Then you are lying to us.
I'm not lying to you.
So where did you
reality?
You're telling us shit. Then we're asking.
He's a misogynist.
Look it up.
This dude is a woman hater. He's a misogynist.
He's a woman hater. Absolutely.
For lack of a better word, he's a misogynist. There's no doubt about it. Right? He fails to realize that African societies were, as far back as the 3rd century BC, were more matriarchal than patriarchal.
Definitely.
I don't know what he's reading.
He can't even tell us a source for what he is reading.
And I have a question, right? Why would he say, oh, well, before they came here, Africa? You cannot speak for all of Africa. You're just from a small part, right? Africa is damn near the biggest continent on earth, so you don't know what happened in the other parts of Africa.
And it's like you are degrading our ancestors.
Go and read biography of some African regions.
If he can denigrate his mom, his aunties. Yep.
Hold on. The lady was speaking. Can we let the lady speak, please? All right.
Sure. Apologies.
No, it's okay. It's just hello, Afro. How are you?
Hello.
It's been a long time, It's Ben Fofa. I changed my name.
Hello. Good to see you.
Hi, good.
Oh, you changed your name, okay?
Yeah, I changed my name. But I just feel it just hurts me to think or to hear.
Can you speak up? Can you speak up a bit louder? I think you're sounding quite low for me.
So what I'm saying is that
hold on. Just let the lady speak, please. Hold on.
No, it just pains me as an African woman. Me myself, I'm from Angola. I was born there, but I came to the Netherlands when I was a child. But I never lost the feeling of knowing that even though that I'm here in Europe, but it's not like the Europeans civilized us. We already. I came from the country with one of the biggest leader in Africa, a female leader, Rainha Ginga Bandi, and to hear another African man saying or talking like it's like the Europeans gave us oxygen to survive. It just pains me. Please stop doing that. Stop degrading our ancestors. Stop
if
degrading even yourself. Because I am telling you, I live in the Netherlands, and let me tell you, the Dutch were also one of the first Europeans that went to Africa. Did you know that they are closing almost all the churches here in Holland? Did you know that? The place where I live, they're closing all the people, the Catholic people, the Protestant people. It's a small amount, and they are closing the churches. Do you know why they are doing that? The people that showed us this belief system, they are closing it here. So how do you explain that? Please.
what I'm trying to say is that even in the Bible, they say that the end time will there still be faith. I think that is what you people are bringing into
It is
this.
a
Like,
choice, but you abuse
signs of
life.
this is the signs of end time.
1 second. Can you at least address what the lady was saying? She said a few things, and you were.
That's what I'm addressing. She said that I should.
No, hold on. You are busy talking about the Bible and end times. She never said anything relating to that. Can you please at least just have a conversation?
Yes, listen, that is what I'm addressing. She said that why are they closing churches in Netherlands? That is what I'm addressing. The reason why they are closing churches, because even the Bible says that during the end time, will there still be faith? Will there still be people who believe in God?
The Bible
This is
says
the end time. People are no longer believing in God. That is one of the signs of end time.
Excuse me, what do you mean by end times?
That is when this world will end. You will not have a new world.
This world is going to end?
Yes.
When? When is it ending?
This is a sign.
When is it ending, please? When is it ending?
Listen, according to the Bible, it says a time where people will rise up against Jesus,
but that
against God, against
Jesus.
But that doesn't make sense. Let me tell you why.
I will go because no, this is not the answer that I was searching for. So
a time where
people
will listen. Now I'm talking.
Yeah.
A time where people will rise up against.
But wait a minute. Before you keep preaching,
wait, hold on. Let him finish what he's saying.
He said one of the signs of end time is that church a time will come. Churches, people will rise against the church. Like people will start saying that God does not exist.
Where do you see this in the Bible?
Such a God, I don't know. I can't refer to you. These are things I read long ago.
They gave brain. This boy dropped his brain at home.
Then you will not see
think with my brain.
Listen.
Everybody,
I couldn't
say. So, this guy has said several things from the Bible, and hello, Angela, but not one Bible verse, not one. He has said so many things, all he gets from the Bible. Now he's making another claim from the Bible that the Bible says end time, but yet cannot tell us where he gets this from in the Bible.
Empty barrel.
What kind of Christian are you? Your mother is not. What kind of Christian are you?
Listen, let me give you some Bible verse.
I'm asking you, what kind of Christian are you?
Christian, but not that churchy type, but I'm a Christian.
Of course, because you don't know what you're talking about. But to address your point that you made, you're not making any sense. And the reason why you're not making sense is because in Bible times, there was no such thing as a church. So it wasn't like back in those days they were going to church. Now, all of a sudden they're not when he's going to come back. So you don't make any sense.
I'm coming. I'm coming. People can start talking. So I can give you a Bible verse.
So Google is your friend. Are you googling the Bible verse?
3.8K likes. Guys, oh yeah, let's tap on the screen. Tap, 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 tap. Please, let's tap on the screen for this guy. Do you guys want to know what this Christian, his name says, women are nothing. So his mother is nothing. His sisters are nothing. All the women in his generation, they are all nothing. So please, guys, as he's here, you will refer to him as your mother is nothing. Yeah? Because he says the British, he regrets that the British gave women rights, right? That's the only thing he finds problematic with the British coming over to the continent of Africa with their beliefs. And
when they were sharing brain, this boy he was absent. They were sharing brain to people. He did not come. He did not come to collect brain. That's why he's talking like this. He said, "Come and take sense." So he said, "No, I will never do such a thing. I will not take sense."
Can you imagine?
Okay. Mercy. Guess what we call men like him in the United States? Guess what we call him?
Oh.
Call
Somebody
them.
should read.
At death.
Somebody should read
True sign.
Matthew.
Hold on,
Matthew
hold
chapter.
on.
It's an ass of coons.
Yeah,
And that's
bold
exactly
name.
what he is.
Oh my
Somebody should
God.
read Matthew chapter 10.
Guy, you are slow.
Can
You are
you
mentally slow.
Read it for
Can you
us.
hear me?
Read it for us.
I'm not ready to read for you. If you don't have anybody who will read for you,
You don't know
I'm
how
not
to
ready for
read.
that.
You don't know how to read.
And he's a
I'm not ready to
Christian.
read for you.
You don't know how to read.
I know how to read, but I'm not reading for anybody. You read it
They
yourself.
didn't even bring out to read for you.
Wait, Matthew chapter what number?
Matthew chapter 10.
Matthew chapter 10. And
Verses 19. Read
Double
it
screen.
down.
I will read it for you.
Read it down to 20 something. You will see what I'm telling you.
but when they deliver you up, do not worry about how or what you should speak, for it will be given to you in that hour what you should speak. For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of the Father who speaks in you. Now, brother would deliver up brother to death, a father his child, and children will rise up against them. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And will cause them to be put to death. Anadia, hi, hello. Okay, so it says, and you wait, hold on. Now, brother will deliver up brother to death, and a father his child. A brother will give up his brother, and a father will give up his child to father, give up his child, and children will rise up against parents and cause them to be put to death. Why so evil? Anyway, and you will be hated by all for my name's sake. But he who endures to the end will be saved. When they persecute you in this city, flee to another. For assuredly, I say to you, you will have gone through the cities of Israel before the Son of Man comes. A disciple is not above his teacher. So what are we supposed to be reading here? It's talking about so when they deliver you up, do not worry about what or how or what you should speak, for it will be given to you in that hour when you speak. Then brothers are going to be giving each other up. Fathers are going to be giving their children up, right? So what does that mean, my friend?
If you check, I don't know the version of Bible you are reading from, but if you check some versions,
Yeah.
maybe like King James and
Hey, Kevin.
all those type, you will see that where it says, when the Son of Man comes the second time, will he still find faith?
Where? I don't see it. Where did you say?
That is the version of the Bible you are using.
Okay, give me what verse? What verse is it in?
I'm coming. Just give me
No,
some
Uncle,
time.
please don't come over here. We don't accept people like this coming.
He has been coming since he got here.
Come, keep it when you're in your mother's house or something.
I
Don't
believe
come
that
over.
gentleman is talking about Luke 18:8.
I am coming. Not here, please.
Can somebody hear me?
Yes.
My thing is, if he's going to bring up verses, at least know what the fuck you're talking about, please.
Can you say that again?
You said what? That he's
The
reading
guy in
from
the
where?
left-hand corner. I was telling him if he's going to bring up verses, at least know what he's talking about, because he does not know what he's talking about at all.
He's talking about Luke 18:8. The Gospel of Luke 18:8.
Let's see. Luke 8.
Google is not even this guy's friend. After all his Googling and coming.
So I
told
believe
you
that gentleman is referring to in response to the closure of churches in the Western world. He is trying to say that probably the Bible is coming, the prophecies of Jesus is coming to fulfillment. So that is by the way. Is everybody on this platform, as everybody on this platform,
Mr. Dimeji, hold on. Mr. Dimeji, hold on. Hold on, please. You spoke for his mother is nothing. And he himself has not corroborated that what you're inferring is the message he's trying to pass across.
Yes.
Let us hear.
That is what I'm trying.
I'm not speaking for him.
About.
I'm just straightening out his
God says,
position.
when Jesus, just to answer that,
hold on,
lady,
Mr.
are you
Dimeji.
hearing me? Just to
Okay, go ahead. Your mother is nothing.
Just to answer that lady, where the Bible says, when the Son of Man will come again, will he still find faith? That is the reason why those people are diminishing church in Netherlands. That is the reason why they are considered Christian. That is the reason why this Afro atheist is talking these things. They want to remove those things. But all these are signs of the end time. That is what I want to prove to you.
It's a sign that you believe some Greek and Jewish literature brought to you by your colonizer. Now, I don't understand why you believe this shit when you said out of your mouth that the white man brought it to you. And we know that you are older than the white man. So how can he tell you about God? That don't make sense.
I know you.
And also, the same claims he's saying about the end time are also shown in Islam. Why doesn't he also believe Islam? Why aren't you a Muslim?
Both Christianity and Islam have the same roots. They are both Abrahamic.
Yes, no clue.
Yeah, they're both Abrahamic, but if a Muslim believes a Christian is going to hell and vice versa is true.
Somebody that's from Nigeria, please correct me if I'm wrong. But the only reason why he is not a Muslim is because he's not from northern Nigeria. Am I correct?
Incorrect.
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
Incorrect.
Correct.
Correct.
To a great extent.
Please,
To a great extent, you're correct.
You should read this verse. This is where we give
Majority of Muslims are from there. I'm an Igbo woman. I have seen Igbo people that are Muslims. And we have to put in consideration that religion is not about tribe. But in this part of the world, in this our Nigeria, the people that practice that religion are mostly northerners. That is why it is like that. It's not as if Muslim religion is Islamic religion is just dedicated for northerners in Nigeria. It's just that majority of them majority of people that practice
Please,
that
will
religion
somebody
are from
read Matthew chapter 24?
And the
Look,
reason
I
why
beg,
they
leave
were
us,
in
leave this
position
Matthew. You will say
because
Matthew now, we'll get
what
there
is
now.
born
It will
in
be
the
Acts of
north.
Apostles that you should have
Yeah.
pulled for us.
No, I have to prove something to you people.
No, you
Somebody should
can't,
read
don't prove
Matthew chapter
anything.
24,
Don't prove anything. Go and
verses,
cross-check that verse again
verses
and then
3
come
to
back.
31.
Hold
Got
on,
to
hold on.
So
Stop coming,
I'm
stop coming.
sure that
Hold
somebody should
on now,
read
hold your
Matthew say,
calm.
Matthew chapter
Oh,
24.
hold your calm for a little bit. Go and check, cross-check that your verse again and come back. The last time you gave
That
us
is
a
the
verse.
verse.
Okay, oh,
That is
all
the
right,
verse.
oh.
That is the verse.
Okay,
Go
what's
and
the
read
verse?
it.
Okay,
Go and
what's
read
the verse? What's the verse? What's the verse? Call it
Matthew
again.
chapter 24.
Matthew
chapter
24.
Verses 3 to 31.
Three all the way to 31. You want read the epistle yourself? Read it. Who has time to be reading all
You are not,
this
you are not ready to
nonsense?
learn.
a man
You are not ready to
appreciate
learn.
normal knowledge.
He cannot even read. He cannot even read the Bible. He can't read the Bible.
Read it. Matthew
Oh
chapter
my
24. Verses 3.
Wait, hold on. Your mother is nothing. I want you to understand that we don't believe your Bible. We don't believe the contents of your Bible. So even if you are claiming or telling us, go and read this, go and read that.
The reason why I want you to
Can
read
you
it
please
so that
let me
will
finish?
understand.
Can you please let me finish? The
You don't
reason,
let your mother finish at home. Keep it at home. Let her finish.
as I was saying, that book that you are reading, for us, it is a fairy tale. That is Eze goes to school. Right? That's what you are reading. So if you tell us, go and read the book of Jeremiah, book of this, book of that, right? It is one thing to read it. It's another thing for people to believe it. And it's another thing to prove the contents of that book. So please do not assume that because you tell us to go and read something in your fairy tale, that somehow it means something to us. It's absolutely fuck all to us. Fuck all. So
It's okay. It's okay.
the thing that you said,
it's okay.
we should read. Please. What did you say we should read again? I beg.
Matthew chapter 24.
Matthew chapter 24.
Verses 3.
Before we read Matthew chapter 24, please, who wrote the book of Matthew?
It was written by Apostle Matthew, who walked with Jesus.
Apostle Matthew.
Yeah.
There was an Apostle Matthew.
Yes.
And you know that the Apostle Matthew wrote Matthew.
Yes.
So the Matthew guy, his name was Matthew or a different name. Because if these people were Hebrew people, there's no way his name was Matthew. So what was his original name? Matthew's original name.
I don't know how to explain to you people because I believe that the devil have captured
No,
you.
it's not about
Devil have captured you
that's
to
an
the point.
answer of the devil capturing us.
Can I come
You
in?
are reading an ancient book. You are reading an ancient book. You don't know who the authors are. You don't know what the people who were writing it. You don't know why these things were. You got no idea. But you, in 2025, choose to believe the contents of an ancient book that you have no clue who authored. Nothing.
Can I come in here and contribute to this conversation?
You want to contribute? Are you a Christian, Dimitri?
Yes, I am a Christian.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead. You might be able to help out here because that is not making any sense.
Yeah, well, I mean that this conversation.
Dimitri, we cannot hear you. I don't know what's up with your mobile.
Yes. He's
Can you
moving,
hear
jumping.
me?
Hey,
Okay.
Shepherd, for Fana, good to see you.
Yeah, we can hear you better now. Go ahead.
Okay. Can I request that during this conversation we are respectful of the contributors and not
Have we not been
If you don't like the rules here, sir, you can leave. I don't know why you're trying to tone police the conversation.
no.
Have we not been
I
respectful?
just want to say that before I.
Wait, have we not been respectful? If anything at all, when someone comes with a name that women
He's
are
the one
not-
being
he's the
disrespectful.
one being disrespectful.
No. I'm not even talking about him. I'm not even talking about
Then
him.
why wouldn't you talk about him? That guy is a Christian. He's a
But
Christian
Afro,
that hates.
I don't know
men.
him. I don't know his background. I don't know whether he's a Christian or not.
He's a
But
Christian
he's your
that
brother in
hates
Christ.
women.
but Afro, before he goes on, can I say something real quick?
It's not
I've been
bad
sitting
for
here
somebody
being
to
quiet.
hate women.
So look, the
It's
only
not bad.
reason why he brung that up before he starts talking is because what he's doing is he's trying to set the tone. What he's basically saying is, please let me keep preaching and just running off and nobody interject because I'm here. And if you don't be quiet, I'm going to leave. Even though I didn't pay anybody, I want the rules to be the way I want them to be because you guys that are not Christians, you're rude. You don't make the rules here and nobody cares how you feel. And I'm just letting you know that before you even start.
Period.
Yeah, what I'm just requesting for is that when I want to talk, you allow me to talk. I'm not here to preach to you. I just want to ask a few questions.
I just said that. What you want to do is you want to make sure everybody be quiet so you can preach and keep monologuing, right? But I'm telling you, that's not going to happen. So you might as well just skip that.
Please, can I address the comments on YouTube talking about, and Chris Hansen, good to see you, says, you believe in evil, but not in a good God. No. If anything at all, please, Kevin, who created evil? Giving to your God in the book of Isaiah 47, 45:7 or 47:5, one of those two.
45:7, correct.
45:7. Your God says He is the one that created good and evil. Your God created good and evil. The fuck? So please, you guys, you talk things that you make no sense about. Oh, you believe evil, but not in a good God. How can a good God create evil? How can a
And
good
still destroy
God?
the work that he said is good.
Just referring to Christianity.
Yes.
Whether being a practitioner,
Yes.
whether
Study
would that
religion.
be-
I have a show that comes on every week. It's about different religious topics, not just Christianity. So with me, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Yep, and I have explored more than just the Islam and Christianity. I've explored Confucianism, Sikhism,
Okay.
Hinduism, Maoism, Taoism, pretty much the whole of the Eastern religions. So you can go ahead.
Thank you. I'm not here just like God. I mean, godless thought I was here to preach. No, far from it. I'm just here to have a dialogue. And the reason I was asking for decorum is because sometimes you might not be able to hear me if we're talking over each other. If you need me to keep quiet for you to respond, I will definitely do it. I'm not preaching to anybody. I just want to. I can see the caption, God in Africa is a scam. Are you inferring that God outside Africa is real, but God in Africa is a scam?
The host is on a call. Give her some time. She'll get to you.
Okay.
Ask somebody else.
Yeah, anybody who can respond to that.
I
Is
can
God in
try.
Africa a scam? The Abrahamic God in Africa is
All these people
100%
are
a scam. Yes.
Yes. So
Okay.
yes, I agree. I agree with what Godless just said. Yep.
And also-
all the Abrahamic gods in Africa are scams.
Yeah,
But
and also
how about
if something
outside
is a-
Africa? How about God outside Africa?
Yes, I want to talk
We don't
about
care.
that.
We don't really technically care about gods outside of Africa. You have to go to and ask the people who live in those spaces, and they will tell you what they think about them.
Do you take this in what you think or what
In
is
fact, the
real?
backdrop is
You know that
talking
your
about
opinion
God
can
in
be
Africa,
wrong.
so you can't come here and try to change the narrative.
This man,
What we're talking
you know that your
about is
opinion
God.
can be wrong.
And also, if something is a scam, it's a scam wherever it is or wherever it came from. It is also a scam outside. But we are Africans, so we are mostly concentrating on Africa.
Okay,
In
are we
other
talking
words,
about
it
the
doesn't need to be here in
existence
Africa
of
because
God
it has
or the
affected
worship
Africa
of God or
negatively.
how we worship Him or how, I mean, the fact that we even claim that He
You're
is.
making it bigger than what it is. You're making this conversation be bigger than what it is. It says exactly what the conversation is about in the backdrop.
Excuse me, Mr. Meji. You said that you wanted a dialogue. This is a question and answer you're doing here. It's not a dialogue. This is not an interview. You are
If
not
people
doing
are talking, Mercy, you keep quiet.
You said
The reason I'm asking a question is I want to meet everybody where they are, so I'm not just
No,
I'm not
you're
just
no, you're not. You're doing basic apologetics that we're all used to. What you're trying to do is bring up something that has nothing to do with the backdrop, and I've caught you in it 2 or 3 times. So again, the backdrop clearly says God in Africa. The second you deviate from God in Africa, somebody's going to interrupt you. Period.
Okay. And if you read, hold on, Mr. Dimeji. If you read what the host put up there, right? The subtopic says Jesus and Allah do not belong in Africa. So my suggestion to you, Mr. Dimeji, is this: if you have a position on the subject matter, please elucidate.
I need to understand the subject matter before I let you know my position.
Subject matter is that Jesus and Allah do not belong in Africa.
And he needs this deconstruction. Deconstruction.
And in other words, we are Africans.
I'm gonna take you as a smart
we
man,
are the
right?
only ones who can save our Africa. So we
You
don't
know,
need.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure because it looks like there's some sort of dissonance going on with respect to him reading what is written here in black and white and the questions he's asking. I think I could be wrong, but I'm not so sure he is he's bringing his smarts to the table yet. But
Yes,
he might bring it to the table later. I'm not sure. Yeah.
No. What he's doing is it's a form of apologetics. He's trying to take over the conversation. His goal is to not answer any questions and to talk about something that has nothing to do with it. So what he's going to do is keep playing stupid like he's doing now, right? But he's not, right? He's not stupid. He's smart. And he's going to try to make the conversation be about everything except for Africa and God. And every time he does it,
I'm not trying. Listen here. There are 3 statements here. God in Africa is scam. That is a very conclusory statement. Jesus and Allah do not belong in Africa. Also very conclusory. We need to deconstruct from these religions and
let me explain.
The first statement doesn't have any correlation with the first 2, and that first statement itself is theological. I mean, it's grammatically wrong.
Make a difference if it doesn't correlate with the other 2. All you have to do, listen, this is all you have to do. I'm gonna make it easy for you. All you got to do is pick one of them 3 and talk about it. Everything else don't even matter.
There is no way. There is no way. There's going to be a conversation when statements.
Okay, then there's no point for you being here. Then there's no point for you engaging us in a dialogue. If you knew that as an issue, if you have come to that conclusion, go ahead, God.
If Vessel was here, she would have been kicked you a long time ago because she can smell your bullshit through the phone just like I can smell it. So stop playing.
Yep.
You know, there's a difference between being atheist and being confrontational without bringing any logic.
Mr. Dimeji,
So what I'm trying to see.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are blessed.
Now I believe that there is a God. Now I just believe it.
Yep, the modes are God.
Okay. God in Africa is a scam. From my own understanding, I believe the host put it as a punchline in the sense that the kind of Christianity which is preached in Africa, the way it is interpreted, the way it has destroyed a lot of things in Africa and Nigeria. I'm using Nigeria because that's where I live as a case study. A scam. That's what I understand. I stand to be corrected.
Yeah, that is what I also wanted to add.
Yeah.
Anyone just wakes up and they suddenly feel the Holy Spirit and they try to convert other people and they deceive others that is the Holy Spirit. And
Let
that is
me
how
tell
they
you.
pick
Let
money.
me tell you something. Now, are you people trying to say that God is a scam in general or just in Africa?
We're only concerned about see, Mr. Miss Kalu, can you please say that same thing, Miss Kalu? Can you please say that same thing you said about when they were sharing sense?
He's slow. That's why he doesn't get it. He's slow.
He didn't.
He's slow.
Hiya.
He can't comprehend. Comprehension.
He can't.
When they were sharing comprehension, oh yeah, come and take comprehension. He left the group chat.
He left.
They say,
He left.
Come and take brain. He left the group chat. And
Let me tell you, Mercy, listen to me.
No. Your mother is nothing.
The fact that I'm here.
Your mother is nothing. Your mother is nothing. Your mother is nothing.
Listen to
Hold
me,
on.
Mercy.
Your mother is nothing. Hold on.
Does not give. Wait, hold on.
No. Your mother is nothing. Your mother is nothing. You are the one that has to hold on first. Hold on. Your mother is nothing. I was speaking. I and I were speaking. So your mother is nothing. You have to hold on first. Please just hold on. So in case you don't understand what Afro wrote here, she said, God in Africa is a scam. And she now said, Jesus and Allah do not belong in Africa. Why? Because they are scams. Because they are scams, we must deconstruct ourselves from the religions and beliefs of Jesus and Allah, because they are in Africa and they are scams. Does that make sense?
He doesn't. He's slow.
Let me tell you. Let me finish what I want to say before I answer you. Mercy, the fact that you are here does not give you the right to insult me. You hear me? You are a lady. You are just a girl.
I don't blame you. That's because I don't blame you.
I can't take anything.
I blame the educational system in Nigeria. That's why I don't blame you. It's what you have been. That's what you are just
in my things.
And it's very sad. It's very sad. I don't blame you. Because I'm a girl, I can no longer talk to you.
If his mother is nothing, his sisters are nothing, his daughter is nothing. All the women around, so we shouldn't even really be bothered by anything that comes out of
his life. I just heard him talk. I was like, God. I was listening to you.
What I'm trying to say is that can you hear me? What I'm trying to say is that we know that sometimes most
another misogynistic idiot again.
I want to be calm now. Listen to me. We know that sometimes most of these pastors use Christianity in their own advantage. I understand that most of these pastors use Christianity just to scam people, just to earn a living. But that does not make God the Almighty.
That's what I want
people to understand.
But all this you don't have happening under God's power.
Hold on. People talking over each other, so we can't hear. Is this guy your mother is nothing? Are you trying to say that these pastors use the religion for their own benefit? Is this what you're trying to tell us?
Listen to me, I understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that some of these pastors who are not truly called by God, they just use this pastor to disguise in order to earn a living. Just the way some
God is
native
letting
doctors
it happen.
listen, just the way some native doctor uses juju to disguise, just to deceive people. That's how some of these pastors are not Christians. They are using it in form of disguise. Even the Bible, it was written in the Bible that the time will come, there will be a lot of fake prophecy, which we are now experiencing today. And that is why sometimes I don't blame you people that came up to insult Christianity, because it's what these men of the so-called men of God are doing. But the fact that you people are saying that God is a scam totally, that is where I'm getting it wrong. That is where you people are getting it wrong.
Okay, 1 second. So if these men are using the religion, right, for their own purpose and their own benefit, what is God doing about that? Why is God not taking care of them and stopping them?
Listen, even God are giving.
I am listening. Please don't tell me listen. I'm already listening. I asked you a question, so I was
listening to me.
Listening. Wait, I am listening to you.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me answer you.
I'm saying listen. Stop.
Okay.
Let's have
God have already, Jesus Christ have already told us all these things before he left this world. So that during the end time or towards the end time, there will be a lot of
your father was there when he said it.
Oh, listen, now this I don't like you talking when I'm talking. I hate it. You are pissing me off.
Let him speak. So Jesus,
and I don't want you to.
Jesus has told you what? Jesus told you what? What did Jesus tell you?
Jesus told us, because he told me and you that during the end time.
Can you take me out of that equation? I don't know what you mean. Jesus has never spoken.
Jesus told me. Okay, I've removed you. You are not a child of God. I've removed you. Jesus told us that before he died on the cross, he said that during the end time there will be a lot of fake prophecy, which we are experiencing today. A person can just come up, a man can just come up to claim that he's a man of God, just to fake miracle for people to just believe in and give him money. Those people are not truly Christians.
So if they are not truly Christians, then why is God watching them deceive people?
Jesus Christ have already given us one. If you know your Bible well.
They didn't ask you nothing about Jesus.
Like me.
Why
do you politely interrupt me when I'm talking?
Please, what did Jesus say about these deceivers? What did he say about the deceivers?
He said that during the end time, there will be a lot of fake prophecy. People are coming to claim in his name, but we have to watch and be very careful. Person like me, no pastor can deceive me. That's the level of my wisdom. No pastor or any man of God can deceive me.
Why are you saying your wisdom? Like they the ones that's smart. They the ones that got the money, and you don't got shit. So how you talking about your wisdom?
The pastors that deceive.
Listen, let me tell you one thing.
They're flying in private jets, but him.
Listen to
sense.
Doesn't even have a car.
Me too. I have my own money. You understand?
Are you a millionaire? Wait,
you got billions in Irish.
Wait, hold on.
I make my own money in a legit way, and I'm happy.
Are you a millionaire?
Yes, I'm a millionaire, of course.
How many cars do you have?
I'm a millionaire in Naira. He's lying. Listen, anytime a person has to pause and think, they're lying.
Pinocchio knows.
But all I know is that I'm a millionaire.
He use next plan. They talk about Jesus.
Imaginary millionaire.
You
mentally points that somebody gave you.
Listen, no, I'm not here to prove anything to you people.
Why not? Why can't you prove? Because you're the one who believes in God.
He's rich in Christ.
You have something to prove to us. right? That your God exists. You have something to prove to us that your God exists, because here you are.
Okay, you yourself, what do you
God.
have? What do you have
Here
to
you
prove
are.
that
Can
God
you
does not
please let me finish? Here you are following the God of the colonials, right? The God that was brought to you through colonialism. So how is it that the God watched your people be colonized, watched your people taken as slaves, right? This God, he was happy to sit there and watch it all happen. How they changed our names, changed our identities, they changed everything, our culture,
Iron. Use iron to open our lips, lock it,
our
and
tradition,
you see there watching.
changed everything, right? And this God sat there and he just allowed it to happen. So how do you know then that that God exists?
I did not get your question because your
How
question
do
is
you
so
ask?
low.
You ask whatever you don't get.
Wait, Kali, one sec. Please. How do you know that God exists up there?
How do you
What
like
proof?
you yourself? How
What
do you
proof?
think?
What proof do you have that God is up
No, now tell me the first person that came to this world. How do you think that person came into this life?
I don't know about the first person. What do you mean by first person?
Like you yourself, how did this war start? Did you think like what have manifested the first person?
Hello, Afro.
And what makes you a
After the
beast?
question,
The first person.
like
And
what brought us the first person?
I don't
The
know
first
that
person
there is a.
like,
I don't know
today.
that there is a
it
first
is
person.
okay.
I
It
don't
is
know
okay
that there
not
is
to
a
know.
first person.
It is okay not to know, but you shouldn't
It's
claim
good.
that it is
It's okay
God
not
that
to know.
brought that first
Then
person.
people who know now are telling you that did not know, say that they are wrong. How can you? What do you have to prove about this?
No, you're just claiming it's not true.
It's not
How do you know
claiming.
that
That is
there was
a
a first person?
That is
How
a
do you know
fact.
there was a first person?
What first person?
The first person that started giving birth. Because that who is the first? Like, did you think how did all these things in this life started? This like I don't understand. Like the weed,
Oh my
the
God.
weed you see in the bush.
You
How
can't
did it start?
understand.
Hold
Did you
on.
think
You can't
the
Sorry,
animals
understand.
you see, everything you see in this life?
sorry,
How did it start?
sorry. What's your name? Because I'm trying to call your name, but I just saw women.
Please,
I
can
don't.
you?
Your mommy is
Name of
not.
there is
Like,
His name
Okay,
is
anything.
women. He says women are nothing. So
You
please,
can't be
Your
saying
mother
that. Does that?
Taser,
First of all,
Taser,
you're claiming to be a Christian, but look at what you're writing.
Excuse me.
Just
So for this life, we are calling him women
Your
are
mother.
nothing. Sorry, not women are nothing. His
Your
mother
mother.
is nothing.
Yes,
Correct.
correct.
No, actually, you shouldn't blame him
okay.
because both Christianity and Islam have a way of diminishing women. Women
Exactly.
are nothing.
Bring Islam to this.
Yeah. The thing is, he does not even value his parents because he has his father in heaven. So his real parents on earth, the women on earth who looked after him, he wouldn't value them.
Those people are not your parents; they are your caretakers.
Can you imagine? You're calling,
Imagine.
you're calling the people who brought you to earth, who made you survive, caretakers. You're a bastard, kind of.
Taser. We told him here that his mother is nothing. His sisters are nothing. His aunts are nothing.
Did you
His
just hear what he
daughter
called
is
his parents?
nothing.
Bro,
Hold on.
his parents
No, hold on,
caretaker. Can
Taser.
you imagine?
No, hold on, Taser.
I would just
No,
jail
hold
you.
on, Taser.
Just go to jail.
No,
because
Taser.
you're not useful.
Taser, hold on. We categorically made some statements here, and he did not refute any of those statements. We told him what he's inferring is that his mother is nothing. He did not refute it. His sisters are nothing. He did not refute it. His aunties are nothing. He did not refute it.
Exactly.
His daughters are nothing. He did not refute it.
Yeah, that's
so it is fair game.
Who told you I want to
And that is why we call him. That's why we say that his mother is. That's why we termed him and we named him for today's exercise. His mother is nothing.
Yeah, and sorry,
because he did not refute it.
Yeah, and this is the problem. This is what religion does to you. It makes you delusional. You don't value the real people in your life. because you think everything
Yeah.
happening in your life is by chance, it's by grace, it's by BS. You know, you're just living in your head, you're delusional, and you think you know all. Meanwhile, you need to go and read. You need to make more research and help yourself out of your delusion. But you're here saying, I know, you don't know shit, bro. And everybody just leaving you to talk. You're chatting shit. And you just keep talking and yapping, da 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 da. Stop it. Maybe you need to learn. Do some learning before saying, oh, I know. You don't know.
This boy, I don't know where they gave birth to you. I don't know where you live. I don't know where you're from. I don't want to insult you.
Are you
because I
talking to
believe
me?
that-
Shut up. Shut
Yeah,
up, man.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking
Don't
to you.
Caesar, don't engage in shut up. You are idiot. No. Don't give him the
Listen.
satisfaction. Don't tell him that you too, you are woo like him. Oh. No, don't do
Listen.
that.
Okay,
Just let
I'll give you time
I don't
to
want to even
exercise
insult
your
you.
foolery.
I don't want to
Exactly.
insult you. I'm not here. First of all, I'm not here to argue with these people whether God exists or not. That is their business. I don't know you people from anywhere. So what I'm trying to say that the fact that you come online just to insult God, that is what I will not take from you people.
Who is God? Is God your daddy?
Yes, as the caretaker of God. Don't insult God. How dare you?
Is God your daddy? Have you seen God before? Has he spoken to you before? Why are you fighting for him? Tell me. Just tell me. I'm inquisitive. Tell me why you're fighting.
Your mother is not
about Christianity.
I don't get.
You can't even defend your parents, but you're defending someone you've never seen. That's delusional, bro.
Telling us about the first person is just a story. You need to prove that there was even a first person to begin with.
Talk now.
No?
How do you know there was a first person? How do you know? Because I'm taking it you're talking about Adam and Eve.
I know you're quick. I'm just coming back. I went to see somebody. What is he saying?
Tell us how you know there was a first person.
It was written.
That was created.
It was
That was
written.
Slow
It
mother.
was written. Adam and Eve. It was written.
But how can you prove that the book is true? Because there's also Islam. They also have a Quran.
How can I prove that the book is real?
How can you prove that what is written in the book is the word of God?
I don't have anything to prove to you.
Because anyone can come up with a writing and they can state it something. Yet it's nothing.
Then how can you prove that book is not real? How can you prove that there is no God?
The burden of proof is on the person who claims that the book is the word of God. Because I can also believe Harry Potter.
It's true.
We all know Harry Potter is just fantasy.
I can also believe that Twilight is true. I can also believe the original is true.
But you're the one who believes that the book is the word of God. So you need to prove to us that the book.
One of the reasons why you have to believe that Bible is true, because first of all, it has been working miraculous work for people.
Wow.
Why don't you believe in the Quran?
Let me ask him. Let me say. Your mother is nothing. Do you love Yahweh?
Who is Yahweh?
You don't know Yahweh again.
If you are talking about God, listen. If you are talking about God, you tell me God. Don't say Yahweh. I don't use Yahweh. I use God.
Oh, Yahweh.
In my church.
But he calls himself Yahweh in the Bible.
Yes, it's Yahweh, but use God for me.
So you have removed Yahweh from inside the Bible then? The Bible you have in your church.
I still believe in Yahweh, but I just want you for easy access. Just use God.
Easy access.
Okay. The guy likes easy access. He has been coming since. He likes easy access. Anyway, so you say you love God.
Yes.
The Bible is very clear that you hate God.
How?
Okay. You know your mother is nothing. Right? And women are nothing. Your sister, nothing. Any person that has VJJ is nothing. Right? Okay, good. Go and read 1 John 4:20. Tell me what it says. You know me, I'm not giving you 3 to 21, 3 to 40, 40 to 100. Just 1 John 4:20. What does it say?
You know it.
You read it yourself.
Okay. Read now.
Oh, I should read it. You can't read
No,
it.
Read it yourself because I'm not with Bible here. I'm not
but you
ready.
were giving us Bible verses. Where were you getting it from?
Google was being his friend. Okay. 1 John 4:20 says, if a man says, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he had seen with his own eyes, how can he love God whom he had not seen? When you say somebody is nothing, it means they are truly nothing. They are absolutely nothing. In fact, they are better off just dying because they are nothing. So, God is telling you here that you cannot say you love me when the one that you see, you don't love them. How will you say you love me? And yet I asked you a question and you say, yes, you love God.
Listen, let me
You see
explain
that?
to you.
No, hold on. If we follow
me
this
explain
Bible,
now.
you are one of the people who will go to hellfire.
Let me
In
explain
fact,
to
you
you.
are bound for hellfire the way things are already.
Let
By
me
the
explain
grace
to
of
you.
God.
And also
Yes.
the commandments state that we should love each other the way we love
Let me
ourselves.
explain.
So how can
Let
you
me
say
explain.
women are
No, he's
nothing?
going. No, this. His mother is nothing. Is a child of perdition. He's going. In fact, he's in the camp of devil. He's going to hell based on this Bible. Not me. The Bible said it. Oh, the Bible verses are there.
Because he's doing opposite of what the Bible has said.
Of what is
And
same
yet,
God that
and yet he's defending the Bible. I can't understand
but
this way.
no. I can understand it. He's very clear that Sky Daddy is correct. And Sky Daddy has already told him that he's going to go to hell, and he knows that he's going to hell because he's not following Sky Daddy's commandments. He believes in Sky Daddy, and that's fine.
No, what I don't understand is that he's basing all his accusations on the Bible, but then he's also not following the Bible.
Yes, there's a
Can
dissonance
you
there.
people allow me to talk? Can you people allow me to talk? You people are just bashing me. Let me talk.
We didn't bash you. You is what you told us that we are just explaining to you.
Listen,
Abi?
the fact that I have this name does not mean that I hate women.
But you shouldn't even say it.
I did not hate women, first of all. In fact, before, when I was still in school, the people I make friends with are ladies. Go and ask. Most of my friends are
Jilted
ladies.
you. The woman jilted
Most
you,
of my-
broke your heart.
Most
But
of my friends are ladies. I
There
do
is a
things
way
for
you,
ladies.
there is a way you responded to this girl Mercy in a way of you diminish women.
He told me that
The people-
as a woman, I don't have right to talk to him.
Yeah, you called her a girl. You called her a girl.
Oh, I think there's noise. Rich, can you mute, please? I think there's noise in the background. Mods. Okay, good. Thank you. All right.
I read somewhere somewhere that he said the illiterates of these days are not the people that cannot read and write. It is the people that cannot unlearn. They cannot learn. They cannot unlearn the one they have already, and they cannot relearn. And this, my brother, is abusing the privilege.
What I was saying is that most of the people I do good for most times are ladies. Most of my friends that time are ladies. But now, me, I have my personal reasons why I don't rate ladies again a lot. I have a lot of reasons, which I will not even say on this life because they might bind this life. So I don't really rate them. That is why I just choose that
See,
name. And the
young
reason
man,
why I brought
my brother, you see, trust me, you're not the only one who has suffered outbreak in this life. Yeah, it is your experience. Whatever you go through is your experience. That don't mean women are nothing. You can't generalize it. They're still beautiful. They're still
listen,
wonderful women.
listen, you
So
people are
I don't
getting
need
me
to
wrong.
listen. You can't justify it. No matter what your experience is, nobody gives a shit.
Yes.
You can't generalize that. Do you understand? It makes no sense. So don't create the excuse for your bullshit. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me answer you. Let me answer you. I did this thing I'm saying. I'm not generalizing it. It's just for me alone. Me and me alone. When I even came up here, I never talked anything concerning this name. It's you people that
Yeah,
was trying
but
to
the
just
first
put pressure
statement,
on
no,
me, put
hold
pressure
on,
on
you
me.
did not. But do you remember your first statement that came out of your mouth? Because I was here.
The first statement that came out of my mouth, I said, "This woman." People was like, "Why
You know,
will you
you
call
say
her this
you
woman?
this
Why will you
woman.
call her this woman?"
You say you this woman. And that already
Yeah,
shows intent. That already shows what is out of the, and that, if you remember correctly, I said out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth. It is what is in your heart. It already tells us.
and it
So
is
that
for me
very first
alone.
statement, and you did not apologize for it. You did not recant it. You did not, recall it.
Listen to me. The fact that I don't rate these people will not make you to rate them. You can rate them above yourself. That is for you. But for me, I don't rate them. To me,
Okay, that's
We
the
are
they are
saying
not.
the
thing.
same thing.
I see them as bare
The thing
minimum. To
is,
me, bare
the
minimum.
thing is,
You
To
should
me,
help me. I'm losing my
Baby
brain.
Limo.
the thing is, hey, the
I
thing
see
is,
them
the
as
thing of women
not up
can
to
be
standard.
personal. The thing of women can be personal, but then
Need therapy though.
if someone
Need
is
therapy.
And
going
this,
to
this,
contact you
this,
or someone has something to say,
Not
and
be
this
then
is
very
you
this is
possible.
personal
you
to
just
me.
find
He doesn't need
women are
therapy.
nothing. Imagine it's a woman, and then they're seeing a name, women are nothing. How are they going to talk to you? Because already your first impression is showing that you don't like women.
Yep.
First of all, I don't give a F on how they feel about me because anything they are saying, I see it as something coming out
Nothing.
from a trash. So I don't
I mean, that's okay.
really
You know what? We know we agree with you. I think look. We see
Yes.
how hot you are. We agree with you. You have said what is in your heart, and just own it. We are just saying just own it, and we are trying to express it that if you own this thing that you're expressing, oh, this is what you mean. You get what I'm saying? So there's
Explain
no
what he said.
problem.
You're not
There's no
countering
problem.
anything. You're just explaining what he said.
Exactly. And you are even reiterating everything, and we get it. My own is this, whatever women did to you, it is
They
very
should do
clear.
more. They should do more.
Okay. Well, it is very clear that Yahweh has not been able to help you,
Yes.
right?
Yahweh has
Because Yahweh said that if they slap you, I can't remember. He said if
let them slap you
no,
again.
oh no, if they offend you 700, is it? Oh,
If they offend you, I forgive them
777
7
times.
times, 7 times.
Hey, thank you, Gary, Mercy, and thank you. Your mother is nothing. At least you remember that part of the Bible. You don't need to go to Google. So, right, if it has been up to 770 something times, it means and Yahweh is not able to help you. Then it means that I will suggest
I know that you are
I will
talking this
suggest
from a
And
therapy
place.
though.
you see
I'll
that
suggest therapy, sir.
Let me
you
tell
see
you.
that
Let me tell
you're
you
going to
something.
end this live when you've gained something from Mercy, someone who you are diminishing.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
No.
I'm very, very okay as a man because first of all,
You're
I have what
a child. You're not even a boy. You're a child. In fact, a child
listen.
has more wisdom than you.
Shut up. I'm
That's
talking.
all you have. That's all you have.
See,
Shut up.
see
Idiot. That's
again.
all.
Do you
Empty
see
barrel.
again?
That's all.
You see
You don't
that
have
word
any. You
alone.
don't have substance.
It already tells us. It already tells us.
What I'm trying to say is that as a man, I have what I'm doing. I have my job. I have my things. I can get anything I need. So
For you,
you cannot tell me that Yahweh is not doing
Excuse
well
me, guys.
when I have all these things.
Sorry. Excuse me, guys. Women are nothing. I mean, guys, I don't think this guy is
your
saying
mother is not.
anything.
That's you.
Sorry. I don't think this guy is saying anything intellectual. I don't think he has anything to
No,
say.
no, he's not. He's not.
Losing brain
I
cells
don't think he
already.
should be here.
He
I'm sorry. You
hasn't. He
guys are
hasn't
just.
said. He hasn't
You
said
guys are
anything
just.
intellectual
We need
since
real
we
people
started.
to come and defend God here. Well, no,
Correct.
this one is a
Correct.
baby. Please.
Yep.
Let's
Yep.
take him out of this conversation.
Yeah.
Please. He's no longer.
I'm not sure if Ayo is.
I think she's busy. Afro 80s.
Please,
She's
let's
If
take him
he's,
out. I'm not ready. He's not saying anything. Nothing
Uh,
is making sense.
yeah. Yep. Thank you very much, Mr. Your mother is nothing. We thank you for coming up.
This is something.
And my
And
feeling is that
we wish
my
you
feeling that
the
when I want to
best.
talk, people would not even give me the chance to express
You have been
myself.
talking. I came on this
But there
guy.
is
Talk to
nothing
you
for you
again.
to say.
Please.
This
I'm
is
sorry,
very
guys. Guys,
explained. You have not said anything tangible.
Mercy, please. We don't want to talk to you again. We are sorry. Don't worry. Go away. Just go away. He's not saying any. He's no longer making sense. Are you guys not understanding? It's just been a nuisance here, and you
No,
guys
we're
are just entertaining him. It's a
remove him.
waste of my data.
You are waiting for Afro. You are waiting for Afro to
Yeah,
remove
you
him.
just, bro, don't worry. You're good. Just move on.
No
Move
verse,
on.
no verse. That
Move on
let's
with your
contribute
life.
what you're saying and give him. He borrowed
It's not
data.
making sense. It's no point. There's no point to him. You can't win. It's a lose. Like, what's that?
Thank you.
He's in his own world.
I mean, no. Frankly, I feel, no. From just the standpoint of being a human being, I feel for him. I
It's
feel
very
for
sad.
him. I
Very,
feel for
very
him.
sad.
I don't feel for him.
He's, yeah.
I feel for
No.
him.
Let's hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Right. And this is where humanity is bigger than Yahweh, God, and all this nonsense. Right? I feel for him because I see him as someone who has been through some trauma, and he needs to come to terms with that trauma. He needs to understand it, and he needs to understand that, he can overcome that trauma. He needs to get some help, and just be better for himself. He's walking around with a lot of hurt bottled up inside of him, which is not helpful to him and anyone around him. I mean, just from that standpoint, I feel for him. I hope he seeks help and and counseling, and he should stay away from Yahweh when he wants to get counseled. He should seek professional help. I think that's really all I can say. I really feel for him. I know. I feel for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agree with
feel
you.
for him.
I think I agree with you. He's really broken. But if he's really going to change, then he has to accept. We are all human beings. We need to learn. We don't know everything. So if he can accept that he doesn't know, and if he's willing to have a free mind, then that is the only way he's going to change. But if he's being the same way he is, and tomorrow he's the same way he is, he's not going to change. He will never change.
One thing I learned, my mother used to say, if you accept that there is a problem, 80% of that thing is solved because you're already aware.
Yes.
Then we'll now find what to do for you. This boy is not even aware that this mentality is dangerous. That's the problem. He's not even aware that, the way I'm reasoning, I'm reasoning like even the chicken has more brain than him. I'm reasoning like a gutter rat. Do you understand? He's not seeing it as a problem. If you see it as a problem, then you find it. That's just
people who go for therapy. People who go for therapy, they have to first accept that they have a problem so that they can accept therapy.
Treatment.
Yeah. I mean, you're very correct. I mean, in psychiatry, the biggest thing is for your clients to have insight. I mean, that's the first thing you try to get them to understand. Do they have insight to what really happened to them? You know, an understanding of it. You know.
And it is a problem for all believers.
Well, true that.
They don't want to unlearn, or they don't want to add on what they know.
blinders on.
They think that what they know is.
You bring an ideology, you hold tight to that ideology. Misinformation, all the time.
And yet you can be wrong.
Question anything.
You know, and yet you can be wrong, because you know there is this thing we have always ignored. Some time back, like a week ago, they asked a friend of mine how many species of elephants are there, and you know it's something you've seen it, you've just been ignoring it, and then this person says maybe one, doesn't know, and then they correct him and they tell him that there are 3 species of elephants. So that is when the person gets to know. So we believers don't have that thing of, oh, I'm wrong. Let me like go and research and do what and get to know. For them, they'll always think what they know is what they know. It is the one true word of God and nothing else. Everything is false. It is only someone who accepts that they don't know, that is when they can learn what they don't know.
Well said. Well said. Well said.
Let me tell you people where I remove hand for Christianity in Africa. In fact, I'm using my real face. This is my government name. I know they fear anybody, Papa. So, Redeemed Pastor, what's that his name again? Enoch. He sat on his pulpit and he said, a woman used a handkerchief and touched a cancer breast that has been cut off for 2 weeks. And the friend touched the hanky on the breast, and 2 weeks later, the breast grew back. He said, I washed my feet, I washed my hand, and I said, I'm not doing this bullshit.
Mercy. You see that pastor way they talk, that man is a very, very big liar. Sorry. He contributed. See, that man, he contributed to the pie of my late sister, because my late sister was sick. Yeah, and when my late sister,
I am strong community.
Yeah, and instead of my sister to undergo surgery, my sister was going to his church to go and pray because of all those fake miracles that he has portrayed. So people believe that it's real, and it is not real. It's all like people who have the real situation. They end up they pie. Imagine that kind of thing.
Let me tell you another instance where I remove hand for Christianity in Nigeria. My mom was diabetic, 2019. That time I was still young. I knew what I knew now. She wouldn't have died. It was just ignorance. May I so rest in peace. So her leg pulled up and it was infected. So we did not know that was what was going on. And they carried her to one place like that. Don't know what I would call that place. If it's shrine, I don't even know. Do you know what they did? They used razor blade and opened a diabetic person and tore her leg, like under her leg like this. That's how my mom lost her 2 legs. The thing started in 2014 and 2019 she finally gave up. And it's the same poisoned Christian people. My hatred for these people, God. I'm not explaining it well because I don't really need to get into this line. So this Christianity is a scam thing. It has eaten us so deeply.
They have done lots of damage.
Much damage.
They have ruined homes.
You will not go. You will not go to church and go and lie down and be rolling up and down, using your body to clean the whole premises. There are more
Yeah.
churches in Nigeria than refugee camps. Don't have one refugee camp in Nigeria.
Yeah.
But there are more churches, more cathedrals in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you tell me that this
Messi,
is not a camp.
yeah, Messi, do you know another thing that religion and Christianity and all of that does? You start creating enemies for yourself. People who don't even give a shit about you. You know, you start attaching your failure or your success to whatever. Do you get, like? Let me give you situations. You know our old people. They're in the village. We turn almost all of them to witch. You know, that's when you talk about village people, because when people they go village, they go get accidents. If they get accidents, instead of make them check road where they pass, say shey the road good, road go bad, drivers no go get license, many things they sup, tanker go dey pass. You know as Nigeria be now, people go come get accidents, you go come think say na village people. Is it village people ideally? But because religion has made you think you have some enemies that you do not have in reality.
People that
Do you
are
get-
trying to
so
eat, you can't claim that they are your
you will-
enemies.
thank you. You will claim that they're instrumental to the accident that you had on the road. Does it make sense? Does it even make sense? That's when you remember that one old woman saw you when you were coming. A very innocent woman that just said hi to you.
People
You
like gifting
understand?
me, thank you
So
so much.
it makes no sense. Oh,
Got a
go
question.
on. Who's got a question? Go on.
Why is God not accepted in Africa?
I did not hear you. I didn't hear you. Be audible, please.
Why is God not accepted in Africa?
Accepted.
How old are you?
Give more depth to that question
Wait,
you're
hold
asking.
on.
It's not clear.
Sorry.
God rules
Before we
Africa.
start-
What do you mean not accepted? He rules Africa.
No, he
Before we
said,
even-
he said, why is it God that did not accepted any Africa? That's what he said.
No,
Yeah,
this
but
is what I
God,
said.
God
No. I
rules
heard you.
Africa. He's more than accepted. He rules it. What are you talking about? He's not accepted.
I swear.
First of all, before we all answer this person, how old are you? Yeah, he's a child. We shouldn't
He's a
be
child.
engaging. Yeah, he's a child. I don't know how just children are getting on this app.
Take his voice.
No,
Yeah,
no,
stolen
based on the question that this guy asked, based on what Afro wrote, God in Africa is a scam, means that God is another place. And do you understand? It's
You
based
know,
on what
that is a
Afro
misconception.
posted.
That is a misconception. That thing, I feel like Afro 80s wrote it as a punchline, like I have said before. What she's trying to, it is like, I've forgotten what we call it in literature. It is like another meaning
It is.
inside.
Remember, a scam is always a scam. So if it's already a scam, then it is a scam. It's bad. So wherever it is, it's bad. It's just that it's worse in Africa, because when you research about places outside Africa, they're not suffering as much as Africa. It was brought to Africa to separate us, to divide us.
It is one of the tools. It's not the only tools they are using. Religion is just one of the tools that is used, that is being used for this division.
The person that just spoke now, is it a lady?
Yes.
Because I'm so happy seeing the lady. I mean, masturbate herself, seeing a lady being awake from this bullshit. Because the lady is the only people that can clone. I don't know why some people say that their brain is so, they are always feeling in emotion. If you go to many churches, you discover that 100 people that there, lady might be like 90, 98. I don't know. But I'm so happy seeing a lady waking up. I mean, based on it's not easy for a lady to wake up, because
I've been awake for a while. I've been awake since 14 years old. I've been asking questions. I'm not
Maybe
going
have a
to
call.
and they will be telling me nonsense, and I'll be taking it. I've been awake since 14 years.
Our mother used to flog us because we didn't go to church. I mean, our father doesn't have any time. It's our mother that forced us to that church. That's the same lady. I don't know how they clone it. You know, when you say something about what pastor did to you, I have carried my properties like this when I wanted to move to flat in Lagos. I carried the property that I was in a bus quarter. Dash pastor. What is inside the property?
Go TV, Hunchback Television. I passed my mother. What's the generator? I passed my mother. Everything that a young guy used to use, I carried. I thought that maybe I'm giving her the Holy Spirit. You know, Pastor. I dashed Pastor everything. He corrected it. Big bed. There's a big foam that I used to buy in Mushi. I bought that big foam. Mushi in Lagos. I passed or carried that big foam and got married because Pastor doesn't have a good phone. Got married in 4 months. I was one that sponsored the marriage. I mean, everything. If I remember all these things, it seems to be like I was grown. You know,
it is good that you experienced it. If you do not experience it and you had the brain cells to ask questions and be like to question those behavior, you won't be here like this. Do you understand? So you don't regret anything you have ever done out of not knowing. Do you get? Don't ever regret it. As far as you do not take your life, don't ever regret anything you did out of not knowing. It is when you now know and you are still doing that same thing, now you have a problem.
The point is that it's just the whole solution there is fear. Fear is very, very dangerous. They brought fear in Africa. They brought emotion in Africa. They brought love in Africa. These three things I mentioned, secreted, but fear is the most dangerous among all. And in that Christianity, they will let you know that you cannot reconnect. And the thing is so much contradicts. And you cannot reconnect, and if you die, you go to heaven. I mean, the thing, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But thank God. I said thank God. What's God? I'm happy now that everybody is now waking up. You know, it's still in my mind. It's still all this is in my mind. I don't know what
That is the power of language.
No worry, I talk thank God, sir. No worry. In fact, even for religious
I don't know
people,
when I mentioned this.
See, bro, make a boss head. For religious people, they tell them God bless you. Because I know say that what you want here with that. Bro, because these people, you can't help them. You can't.
So when I came back to Nigeria, the pastor met me. He said, "How far? What's up? What is happening? Anything?" I said, "Pastor." But then, the last 2 years, I was like confusing about God. But Jesus has gone out from my mind. It was remaining God. So I told Pastor, that Jesus, no, it's not nothing. We are serving one God. He said, "What am I saying?" Actually, I said, "Pastor, except you say that you are not pastor, you are not a pastor anymore. I can be able to dash you something." So, but when I started entering TikTok, I mean, argue things with people. After the argument, I would then ask myself a question. I grabbed some certain things they are saying in their life. Then the fear of God just removed from me. You know, what we are doing here, you may think that is a small thing. After, the person that will come and argue with you, after, if he sleep, you then ask himself or herself a question. Do you know that Christianity is more dangerous than Islamic? Because Christianity can clone the whole village. It can clone the mindset of the whole village. But Islamic is evidence of they are buying people. The evidence of buying people. But Christianity is gradually, it will be taking you people down. Gradually. You'll be thinking that nothing is happening, but you are going down gradually. Your mindset is up there, that God is going to help you. Gradually, you'll be drinking holy water, olive oil, your stomach, your kidney will be damaging gradually. Maybe like when the thing will come, like 50 people will just unalive. You see? And people will not understand. But if it's the Islamic code, the evidence will show that they came to fight these streets yesterday, something of that nature. Very dangerous, Christianity. Very dangerous. So I'm happy.
I think they are all dangerous because in Islam, everything they teach, there is a punishment about a side of it.
Yeah, they are all dangerous, but the Islamic one is evidence. We are seeing that these people carried this one is with knife, this one with something of weapon. But Christianity doesn't have anything in his hand. It just clone your mindset. You'll be the one to come and
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Christianity is like slow poison, you know. Yes,
Yeah.
slow poison.
My problem with
Like it kills you steadily.
Aniki,
You
can
don't
you hear
even
me?
know.
Aniki, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ayo.
Yeah, you said Islam. You see them with knife. You see them with guns. How many Muslims have you seen with gun and knife?
I didn't get you. The other back, I didn't get you.
You said something earlier now. You said in Islam that you see them with knife, you see them with gun. That it's obvious that they want to unalive people. So I'm asking you, that how many Muslims have you seen, like, you see unaliving people, like holding knife and gun, unaliving people?
No, we all know that. We all know that Muslims are fighters. Are you getting me? We all know Muslims love fighters. The evidence of fight.
Yes.
I mean, they love fight so much. Everybody knows that one. It's not
Yes,
something.
Muslims are naturally violent.
Yes, that one is the natural something.
They actually teach their children while hitting them.
Boko Haram is evidence. Boko Haram is an evidence.
Aneke, I want us you won't say that Muslims are naturally known as violent people. Do you understand? Because there is no part of this world that like the people are not violent. It's just their religion. Do you understand? We are talking about religion. We're not talking about the people. We're not talking about those people in particular. I don't know how we make it. But yes, that's what Ayo is trying to say. But he's trying to ask you questions to make you look stupid. But let me tell you what he's trying to do. He's trying to tell you that you should not generalize. You should not, because of their religion, you will not say that there is only Muslims that are not widely known as violent people. I don't know. Yes. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. He's trying to figure it out in a way that Muslims is worried, Christianity is not worried.
That's what he's trying to say. I know. I know them. Ayo, see his name.
No, the point is that a Muslim own is so selfish than Christianity own. I get it. Muslim own is not even good for a person to come outside and be talking about it. It's so selfish. I mean, the evidence of it is so selfish. How can you say that you marry a wife, a virgin in heaven, when you unalive people? That's the bullshit. But Christianity, they will clone your.
I'm not going to say anything about Muslim people because I've not really taken my time to, study their religion and study their way of life. You understand? So I'm not going to make any comments.
You don't
really
need to take your time. Wait 5 o'clock or 5 o'clock. You will see that they will
Sir, Anake, this claim you are making that they have virgins on the whatever. It is the East. Now that it was claims that we were hearing those days. We will not use it now to be a
Mercy. Mercy, sorry. Let me come in there. Those are not.
Sorry, we are not generalizing.
They are not false claims. Yeah, they are not false claims. Yeah, there are things that are lawful according to the Islamic way and rights. Do you understand?
So that claim is actually
they are true. Yeah, they are lawful according to Islam. So there's no problem. It's not lying. So those things are lawful, which is not right, which is not human. But yeah, the religion.
These are wait.
Yeah, sorry.
Just,
to add to your point, right? Sorry, Ayo. Sorry. To add to your point, they are all the same. All religions are the same. It's not a question of say you're generalizing. We have data to back this thing. And the greatest religion in the world is humanity. The moment you start seeing humans first, right? That's when true development comes into this planet. But because we are fighting for this imaginary God that we haven't seen, we're just told. This is why we are ready to destroy things. People are ready to unalive themselves. to defend this God they've never seen. But they're not asking this logical
Wizzy,
question.
wait.
If human beings
Wait.
don't exist, sorry,
Wait.
if human beings
Wait.
don't exist, sorry, if human beings don't exist, these gods won't exist. But if God exists, if human beings don't exist, right, there will be no God. But if God exists, human beings can still exist. I don't know if I reversed the statement. But what I'm saying is, without human
With
beings,
or
right,
without
we
this
can see
imaginary
we
God,
won't have
human
any
beings
God,
exist.
because I don't know that it's goats that are
That's
worshiping
it.
these goats or it's cow that are worshiping these goats. It's just human beings that are the only animals that are fighting for this God. No other animals does this shit. So they are all the same. No political correctness is the fact. Go ahead, Ayo.
The only problem I have with Christians is that Christian religion, as in this part of the world or Nigeria, I'm always using Nigeria as a case study because I have not traveled out before, is that they are arrogant. Arrogant in the sense that they believe that it is their own religion that is the greatest. No other person's religion is good. Every other person's own is bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
that's their problem.
Messi, listen, all religions have the same mindset. Okay? Even the Muslims too, they will tell
In
you,
this part
no,
of the
listen,
world.
it's because that is the one you're exposed to.
That's
Okay?
what I'm saying. In this
At
part of
least,
the world,
wait, in
I've
this
been
part
putting
of the
that.
world, wait, listen, relax now. At least Christianity is just arrogance, yeah? But how about in the part of the world where people who are trying to defend Islam by other people? How about that? How about that? Just because I say maybe, okay, I don't believe in what you're doing, it's not real to me, you have the right to attack me because I am disputing what I feel is not true. It could be true to you, and I can also have my own opinion, but there's no opinion in religion, and that's the big bullshit. So it's all the same. So it's because of the one that you are exposed to. Do you understand? If you also read about Islam, it is all the same, all bull crap. They make people hate themselves, they make people fight themselves. There's nothing peaceful about religion. I don't know why they still call it peace. It's just funny because
There's nothing.
ever since, let me Messi, let me tell you something. Yeah, ever since I have debunked religion in my life in general, I have never had a bad dream. I am facing life like every other person. You can go through life, hard times, good times, cries, tears, laughter. That is part of life. That don't mean anything is wrong with you. Do you understand? But religion is what will get into your brain and you
And
start
tell you that you're not
overthinking.
doing well. That is
Yes,
related
that's
to
when.
holding.
Do you understand? That's when you
Yes, I
start
understand.
thinking that you have a problem. Oh, God is answering somebody's prayer. He has not answered your whole. No, you just need time. You just need to work more. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yes,
if you
they
debunk
exaggerate
religion from
normal
your
things.
life, you will be able to think straight. You don't need to walk and pray. Walk and walk. Keep walking. Do you understand? Nobody gives a shit about prayer. You can pray from now till tomorrow. Nothing is gonna happen. You're just talking to yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? But keep
Yeah.
walking. If you fail, do it again. You're not the first. But you see, another thing about religion is that it attacks. I mean, it makes you feel like it is bad to fail. There's nothing wrong with failing. Failing means you need to prepare again. You need to shoot again. That don't mean, oh, you've offended God. Oh, you've not prayed harder. Oh, you need fasting and prayer for 7 days. It makes no sense. Do you understand? Religion will kind of, it will affect your, I don't know, maybe it's cognitive thinking, or how can I say, like you will not be able to think straight. You
It's a
always want to
cognitive.
attach, yeah, you always want to attach something to something, for the
Yes,
reason, and
it
you
makes you
don't,
play the blame game. You
do you
have no
understand? And you
responsibility,
don't,
no
thank
accountability of
you,
your
you will not be
negligence.
responsible, so you don't need it. So it's not a matter of, oh, I've not looked into this. Oh, see, there are people who have looked into everything. See,
Caesar.
even see, listen, let me finish. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure. Oh, right. Okay.
Even Hinduism, see, even Hinduism,
Sorry.
Indians are
Sorry.
complaining about Hinduism. Do you understand how crazy it
Sorry.
is? Everybody's
Yeah.
complaining about their religion. That this is bullshit.
Yes.
You can't just tell me to start building a statue with billions of dollars. That's scam. So even everybody is complaining. So we don't need to go back and start saying, "Oh, this is the one I want to look into." It's just a waste of time. You can look into
Okay.
so many other things. Do you understand? Create
Yeah.
something. Go into craft. Help yourself. That's all you can do for yourself. Survive life. Enjoy yourself. That's what life is all about. The rest is bullshit.
Oh yeah, Daisy, are you done? Are you done?
Yes.
Ayo,
Yeah, I'm done.
Let
Ayo,
Ayo
I
talk.
beg. Ayo,
please.
please, Ayo, please.
You are
You go
listening
on.
to other people talk.
Carlo, go on. You know what happened? I want Ayo to speak and tell us the advantage, because I discovered that maybe
He's a Muslim.
he's attending to a Muslim. Ayo, tell us the advantage of being a Muslim.
That's it. I want to respond to what you said earlier about. I'll answer your question, Anik, about what you said earlier that religious people are this, religious people are that. You said a lot about religious people, but my question is this. I want to ask you this.
I'm listening. Go on.
You're muted.
I think he muted himself.
Sorry, sorry. So my question is this: can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My question is this: Do you feel we have over 2 billion Muslims in this world? We have over around 2 billion Christians in this world. Do you feel all of these people are delusional and you are the only person that is rational? I feel like all these people they don't think straight.
Okay, good question. So let me tell you. Can you mute? Can somebody mute so I can explain to you? So let me tell you something. Yeah. The reason why religion thrived on earth is because of the problems that we have to go through as humans. Yeah. Do you know that as humans, there were times, Kalu, can you please mute so I can hear myself? Yeah. Do you know that as humans, there were times that people were clueless. They didn't know how to survive. They didn't know the right food to eat. You know, kids were dying. You know, there was war. You know, has just been in shambles and it's still in shambles till date. And that's why religion can thrive, because people need something like a coping mechanism. And that's why you see that when you're in trouble, when you're in trouble, the first thing that comes to your mind is to go and pray, because you think that's the way out. That is the thing that is just helping you cope. It's not making any change. You know, the only thing that would still heal you is time. You know, so that's I think that's my take on that. We can have 50 billion people doing the same thing, because that is what they are going through. The world is in shambles, and we're all, I mean, you know how it is. It's crazy out here. So it's just a coping mechanism, but that don't mean it is the truth. Do you understand? The
I'm
truth
so
can't
sorry.
be
It's still the religion we are talking about. Reading people will not let me rest. They are doing their military nights. I will not rest in this compound.
Yeah, that's what they do. So do you understand me, Ayo?
I understand you. I understand you. What makes you
And
think
let me
it's
tell you
just
other things. And let me tell you other. I have other points, please. Let me crown my points. Yeah. Let me tell you why 2 billion people are also doing religion. It's a fear factor. Yeah. Imagine when they tell you about heaven and hell, and they tell you that, oh, if you don't believe, you're gonna go to hell and you're gonna burn. Nobody wants to burn. So do you not see reason why a lot of people wants to just do that religion? That's why you see that even you as a religious person, if I ask you now that yes, if the world comes to an end right now, Ayo, will you make heaven? Can you answer my question? Sorry. Can you unmute yourself? Let me ask you that quick question. If the world comes to an end now with the works of your hand, will you make heaven? Are you sure that you will make heaven?
Yeah. God has promised me heaven. Yeah,
God has promised you heaven. Do you
I
do all your Islamic rites every day? Do you pray how many times in a day?
Wait. I do it as much as I can. So are you done with
see,
are you
that's what I'm telling you. See, you can't manipulate it. Ayo, listen. Ayo, listen. This is what you guys do with religion. You do no, Ayo. I just asked you that question because I want to finish. It's because you religious people, yeah, you cannot even do the things the religion asks you to do to make heaven. You're setting yourself up for failure because you're doing it the way it is convenient for you. That's not the way the book asked you to do it.
Exactly.
You see,
wait.
the book. No. Listen. So you see, so that's why. Okay, go on. Let me give you time. Go on.
So you said that's not the way the book asks us to do it. Yeah, I want you to tell us how does the book how are we supposed to now make it?
You just listen, you just said it by yourself. I asked you that, do you pray your full prayers every day?
you say you try. It shows that you don't do it judiciously. It shows that you miss some of it, and that's the same way you will miss heaven, because there are
So
rules
yeah,
and regulations.
let me respond to this. Can I respond to you now?
Respond.
Yeah. God knows this. He knows that we are human, we are imperfect. So it does not make the requirement for going to heaven you doing this. You saying, okay, you being perfect. Let me just use that word. You being perfect. You praying 5 times a day. You doing this. That's not the requirement of heaven. People lived 1,000 years ago. People lived during the days of Adam, and none of them prayed 5 times a day. So it's not about you praying 5 times a day. It's
Okay,
about you.
have you done your 5 pillars of Islam?
I do my 5 pillars of Islam. No,
Yes.
I've not done my 5 pillars of Islam, and that does
That's
not
what I'm
mean
saying.
I'm good.
If the trumpet, will you make heaven?
Yes, I'll make heaven. So let me respond to you because you have a misconception in you. You want to hear me because you have a misconception.
I've already answered you to the reason why 50 billion could be doing it, because all of you have this momentum of, it's a coping mechanism. Have I been able to answer your question though? Because that was your initial question. I don't want to digress. I don't want to digress.
Answered my question, but I want to just address what you said earlier. So I just want to say, what you feel is you have a misconception already. This is the problem. You were a Christian. You were a Christian. Abi?
See, I'll tell you something. Yeah, I'll tell you. Let me tell you. See, listen. Nothing like I was a Christian. Listen.
How were you raised?
Listen. You don't need to know how I was raised. Okay. But I have been opportuned and I've been exposed.
Why I need to know? Why I need to know is because you have a misconception of your religion with Islam. That's the problem. That's what I want to know.
See, listen, Ayo. Just listen, relax. I have been opportuned to be exposed to both religion, and the reason is because my mom, my dad, my grandparents, they were Muslims. So my mom was the one who brought Christianity into the home. So I have Muslim families, I have Muslim cousins. I'm so close to Islam. Don't worry. I read Quran. Ayo, listen to me, man. I'm not trying to ask you not to do what you're doing. Yeah? But the truth is inevitable. Do you understand? You can coin it the way you want. You can call it whatever you like, but don't bring it to us. Your truth could be your truth. Do you understand? But that is your truth. That don't mean that is the real truth. Do you understand? Because these things, you can't prove it. You can't prove it. Anything you can't prove is a belief system. You're not sure of it. Do you understand?
You are making a lot of claims that is making me wanting me to talk. Just finish.
Can I ask you a question real quick? As a Muslim, because of your religion, do you think that you gain something? Can I ask you a question?
Wait, you asked the question, but just hold on. So Tazu, you made a lot of claims, and I said something earlier that you said you were born a Muslim. You said your mother was a Muslim, and you said a lot. Does that make you understand
all of that? That's what I'm saying. That what you're saying now, you're digressing. Go straight to your points. Talk about your religion.
This is my point. This is my point. This is my point. All what you know about Islam is bullshit.
What do you know about Islam? What can you prove? What can you prove to me?
Stop propagating what you know.
But you have not said anything. See, no, this is the problem. You go into it. Don't try and prove me wrong. You see,
Ayo will be slow. I had a feeling.
It's quite slow. You see now that it's quite slow. You see that now he's trying to just attack me. He has no intellectual context. Yeah, he has no intellectual context to talk about his religion.
I had a feeling. I told the people by their name you shall know them.
Even if you want to say, oh, what I'm saying is not right. Now you prove it to me that it's not right. Is it not in your book? What are you saying? Like, what claims are you talking about Islam that I do not know? Or what did Aneke say that is not true?
What exactly is in our book that you
there are so many there are so many things that are not right.
Dude, even if we show you 1,000 things, you're still going to deny them.
Of course.
We know you guys tricks. You know you guys love playing takia.
Yeah,
we know those things.
Yeah, come again.
Can I just ask some simple questions?
So it's not a question of we making claims, it's the fact.
This is here.
Can I just gotta ask
Wait,
you
let
guys
me
are going.
Which you talk now. You talk now. So
Yeah,
is
Richie, go ahead, ask your question.
Can
Ayo,
I
you're
ask you
quite
something?
slow.
As a
Richie,
Muslim,
please ask your question. Like,
as a Muslim, with all your prayers and everything, is your life better? This is I want to ask. Can you show us where, as a Muslim, you get sicker less than we do? Can you show us, as a Muslim, you unalive less than we do? As a Muslim, you're richer than we are. Can you tell us one thing that because of a Muslim, you're, besides the fact that you pray to this God, can you show us one thing that demonstratively your life is better? Can you show us one thing? Can you say, because of Islam, our life is better in this way, besides the prayer and besides the belief in God? Are you healthier people?
Let me respond. Who is laughing like which one? So
No, seriously. I want, if you can, you show us one thing in your life where you could say, because we're Muslim, we live longer, we're healthier, we're happier, we have more money. Tell us one thing that you're better, that makes your life better because you're Muslim.
Being a Muslim, the what you gain out from being a Muslim is in the hereafter. So if you don't believe in the
I don't
hereafter,
give a shit about the hereafter. You don't even know if the hereafter is there. I want today, walking around on this earth, what makes your life better?
I understand my purpose in life. I understand that this is my purpose, and
What's your
giving
purpose? I have a purpose in life too. I give
Are you
myself
sure
a
you
purpose, and I can
understand
change
your
my
purpose?
purpose
Are you
anytime
sure?
I want. Besides that,
You say
if that
religious people and English, eh? You say religious people and big grammar, they cannot
No,
explain.
Ayo, what's your purpose in life?
Purpose.
Tell us, what's your purpose in life? I want to know. I'm interested.
There's a follow-up question to this, so to Richie's question. I will give you a practical example.
You know what?
To this question you asked, Richie.
I'm not even going to respond to anything.
Can I add the example so that you add it to
This is why I say you come up with this your bullshit.
You don't
Go
need
ahead,
to
Wizzy.
respond because I
Go ahead,
know.
Wizzy.
See,
Add
look,
the
you don't need
example.
to respond. Do you know one election Nigeria had? Popular election, a very important critical election in Nigeria. One of the slogan was Muslim tickets. That if we vote in Muslim ticket, the country will turn to paradise. The country will get better. Now go and check the country today. It's going so backwards. The insecurity has increased. Nothing.
Let's not use
Islam. You can't say
the president's religion. Judge his style of leading. He's just a horrible person. He's a horrible person. Leave the religion thing aside. In my own opinion.
So, Ayo, yeah? I would like to speak to you, and I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I'd like to speak with him right after you're done.
Yeah, so I understand I understand the fact that you're a young man, yeah? And as a Muslim, yeah, you went to Ilekeo, right? Did you go to Ilekeo or you didn't? I mean, what do they call it? The Islamic teaching, Did you go? Are you there? Can you answer me?
I can hear you. I take your point.
So how many years? How many years? So you spent 6 years of your life going to learn an Arabic language. Now think about it. If you spend that 6 years of your life learning crafts, probably learning how to make a shoe, learning something, creative, drawing, arts, painting.
I'm glad to be part of you guys.
How
Thank
do
you.
you think that would have shaped your life right now?
I didn't go 6 years to learn Arabic. I didn't learn any Arabic.
Whatever
I need to know. Wait, let me finish. Whatever I need to know about Islam is my language, is in English, even if I want to read it. So it's not necessary. That's not a requirement.
Sorry. Can you? Oh, wait. Can you pray? Can you pray in English? Stop lying. See, listen. See, we don't want. You don't need to lie. Can you pray? Can you play in another language aside Arabic?
Taizio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
For you to pray, what you just need to recite is you need to spend 6 years of memorizing the Quran for you to pray.
I just asked you, can you pray in English apart from Arabic?
Yes, you can pray in English, but you don't observe Salat in English.
That's what I'm saying. What is salat? What is prayer? What is wrong with you? How can you pray in
Salat,
English? Surely you're Yoruba. Surely pray in English.
so Beru is pray.
Yeah. Can you call the prayer in English? What do you mean without the Arab? So you're going to learn Arab just to know how to pray. And how do you think? Wait, listen, Ayo. Listen, Ayo. Listen to me very well. Think about it. Yeah, you're a Yoruba boy. Listen. Your name is Ayo. Listen, real quick. Wait, listen. You're a Yoruba boy. Yeah, you were born in West Africa, Nigeria. Yeah, and your God has refused to speak to you in the language of your mother tongue. Yeah, your God has now asked you that for you to speak to me, you need to go and learn Arabic. Does it make sense to you?
Where do you get that from? Where do you get that from?
What do you mean by where did I get that from?
Make you understand that.
Can I contribute a little bit?
What do you mean by where did I get that from? Okay, go on.
Hello, can I contribute a little bit?
Say what you're saying.
Let me respond.
Okay. I want to say just a few points to regarding what the conversation. You see, religion itself, I view it as a kind of a political tool to have control over the population. That's why most of these systems are brought to have dominance, to instigate, to have control, to get access to the subconscious minds of people through fear, guilt, like fear of hell that we're talking about here. Look at, from the Western nations came into Africa, Arab also, Middle East also came into Africa. They came and introduced their language, making your own language forbidden. They call it vernacular, saying you have to learn their language, that God has to look like them. Angels or prophets, Muhammad has to look like somebody from the Middle East. And God only understands the language of the Arabic language. Yes, and you have to learn it. No, let me finish. That you have to learn it. You have to learn English. That for you to say, for example, like in Nigeria, if I say Mary Caribele, it looks weird because it's broken. I'm speaking in Nigeria. But if I say Mary is pregnant, it sounds nice. Okay? The same way, these people said none of the African nations is holy except their place, their homeland is holy. So do you know what they are doing? Do you know how much they earn from tourist visits? People have to spend a lot of money to go to their land. They create it in such a way that, okay, God only hears their own language, and for you to adapt, for you to look like them, you must learn their language, and you must pray like them. Their land must be the holiest land, and any other place is not holy. And they have to control you through fear of hell. That and again, they make your existence irrelevant. You don't have so much impact on the earth because you have a celestial place you are going to. You have to stack your treasure somewhere. Do you understand? So invariably, it makes your current life have less value because you cherish a homeland somewhere. While these same people, after your resources in Africa, I don't understand. You understand the point I'm trying to make? I don't know whether you understand.
You're making a lot of sense, bro. You actually are.
Yes, so
you know, it's a system. It's a system.
So it's a system. So we're not even trying to talk about. We're not even talking about religion itself. It's part of the system to have control over people.
It's a system.
So you hear somebody be talking about, yes, it's a system.
And
So that's
another
why
thing
go to mosques,
it's a world pandemic. It's not even like, oh, this and that. It's a world pandemic. As long as you're religious, you're in trouble.
So now, because the government cannot have control over you, we are talking. Let me finish something. Let me finish saying something. We're having conversation in the radio station, and somebody said politics brought about religion. When they wanted to control the slaves, they introduced what we call the police system, so that the slaves be able, the rich, or them, let me call the slave owners, be able to protect
the slaves from revolting against them and to protect them from protect their properties as well. So they created a police system among the slaves so that they will be able to tame the slaves. Okay? Now the government cannot, so the government said, okay, how can I control these people even when police are not there, or even when the government or when the law is not there? Can we institute a religious system where people will still fear to do wrong? They don't believe that people can do good without religion. So they say, okay, how can we make people fear? So they created an institution where people will be able to fear to do wrong even when the government is not there. Because they don't believe that people, they don't believe that people inherently or they are innately good. They don't believe that people can do good without religion. So they did that so that they will have control over population. So that's why when you go to mosques every day, you go to mosques, you go to churches so that you activate your guilt, so that you feel remorseful, you feel guilty. That is the same thing. I remember my grandfather was telling me that in Christianity, the issue of you being born a sinner is not an African thing. It's not an African thing. They have to victimize you, have to demonize you in order to send the gospel of repentance. Do you understand? They have to make you look evil. That is why you cannot see. You cannot see in all these religions. You cannot see in all these religions that the God looks like Africans. Yet they tell you that you are made in the image of God, you are made in the likeness of all God, but your God, the God we are talking about, doesn't look like me. The prophet we are talking about in Middle East, or let me say in Saudi or Makkah, doesn't look like African. The Jesus we are talking about doesn't look like African. Yet they said you are made in the image of God and the likeness of God. So what image are we talking about here? Why do you always say that everything good looks like you, but everything bad looks like me? Why do you say everything white is good, while everything black is, even angels and demons? Look at it. Angels are white, God is white, prophets are white. Talk about Al-Jannah. They say Al-Jannah is white. I mean, what do you call it? Angels, Al-Majri. So what they call it, please? Someone should help me. Angels in Arabic. Maleku are white, while Al-Jannu are black. You understand? Al-Jannu are black, demons are black. So we have a fundamental problem of racial superiority. We have so much issues about racial superiority embedded in religion. Just to have control over people. Just to have control over people. They don't believe that we can do good. So when Ayo was talking about, yes, I have to learn a language, they believe that learn a foreign language, they believe that God hears that language better. Yeah. If he's actually a universal God, if he's actually a universal God, he should know all languages. I don't need to pray on any other language.
All seen.
Yes.
Foul.
Do you understand? And the serious thing here is, the serious thing I have with religion is, you dare not criticize it. You dare not say anything bad about it. If you say anything bad about it, and by virtue of existence, anything happens to you, they will say it's because of the evil spirit. Just try and be successful. I just tell my friend, I said, if you don't want to follow this system, try and be successful, because if you're poor now, they will say, it's because you refuse to follow God. If you are sick now, they'll say, but do you know that everybody gets sick? Everybody gets sick. If a Christian gets sick now, they say it's God's plan. If an unbeliever or somebody refuses to believe gets sick now, they say it's a punishment of God.
Yes,
sir. Even Adeboye gets sick, and we know his personal physician and the hospital that he uses. I know it for a fact. He goes to the hospital. So he has a physician.
I think this issue of religion is a big problem. I'm currently at work now. I'm in the hospital. I had a patient that was about to deliver, and this woman, she was having what we call fetal distress. The baby was about to die, and we said, "Ma, can we go undergo cesarean section?" She said that she has to speak with her husband. That she has to speak with her husband. We called the husband. The husband said he's going to call pastor, what they call it, father in the Lord. The father in the Lord was prophesying, saying that this the father in the Lord was saying that cesarean section, God forbid, she will not give birth through cesarean section, that she must give birth like a Hebrew woman.
Hebrew women.
They started praying. They did video call. I was saying, man, we are running against time. Can you give us permission and sign this consent? Let's save this baby and save you. Do you know that this woman rejected it, that eventually this baby died? Do you understand the problem with religion?
If God did not want it to die, it will not die. If God wanted it
yes, then they will say it's God. What kind of rubbish? See, I think religion has abused our intellect.
Justifying ignorance.
Religion has made us as abuse our intellect. And she was crying. I said, woman, don't cry here. Just leave this place. Don't cry here.
I was one.
Do you understand? No, you can't work her. It's unethical. You can't work her. You can't work her down. It's unethical. But it pained me. I was mad. Do you understand? So imagine that a man, you carried your life and gave to what they call it, daddy GO, to decide your family, to decide on things pertaining your child.
Land daddy and sky daddy.
So I think when I saw this conversation, I was just looking at it. Ayo, I don't know whether you are still here, sir. Mr. Ayo.
Slow people, they don't give up easily.
No, don't fight him. Don't fight. See, don't fight him. I think this thing. I was into this. In fact, I occupied a serious position in this country. I mean, Christian position in this country. I was the deputy president of the Christian Association of something in this country. But I discovered that there's a fundamental issue with religion. Yes.
The point I made earlier. I don't regret anything I did out of not knowing. But the problem is when you now know and you are still doing the same thing. That's the problem.
No, you take people gently.
They are aware that this thing they are following blindly.
Ma, you know what?
Like adults that have functioning brains. That is the problem.
It's not easy. See, during slavery, fear used to make slaves not to revolve. Do you understand? So some of them, even if you want to leave your slave master, the question you ask was, the question is that if I leave my slave master, where am I going to? Do you understand?
Yes.
So if I leave Islam or if I leave Christianity, where am I going to?
I begin with my life.
They develop what we call the cognitive dissonance. So they develop cognitive dissonance. So even if they know what they are doing is not correct, they know that there are flaws. They know that there is a fundamental issue with religion. But of course, they have in fact, they cannot think through any alternative. They prefer to stay like what Israelites will say. They prefer to stay in Egypt. Do you understand?
Yep.
That's what Christianity will say. They prefer to stay and accept. I was listening to the song, they say, I will never go back. I will never, there's one song, they said, I will never go back in Christianity that's trending now. I said, because little information. I once sang that song, but by the time you get to know about slavery, get to know about history, you understand that these people have dealt with us mentally. A lot of people, a lot of Christians, when they close their eyes to pray, they imagine a white boy. They imagine a white boy in their heads praying to one European boy. Do you understand? If you tell it, yes, sir.
Do you observe what is happening now? Do you observe that in Christianity, most especially, nothing like Jesus anymore? The only thing that left there is God. Do you observe it?
Okay, you see, even the name Jesus, the fundamentals of translation.
No, Jesus, no, nothing like Jesus now. We have already divorced Jesus from them. The only God, the God that left now, after this God now, no more.
Ogami, you remember I was saying, before Christianity could come to Africa, people were rejecting it. There's what we call the scriptures and Bible are two different things. Bible was a colonial tool.
Yes.
Do you understand? Bible was a colonial tool. That's why you hear. That's why you hear somebody. That's why somebody will brutalize you and say, "Pray for your enemies."
It's the Lord's doing.
Do you understand? Somebody will. Can you imagine how can a scripture say, "Slaves, obey your masters"? Are you giving, who is the slave and who is the master? Are you giving permission for slavery? Do you understand? So
that is what the Bible
because
does.
they refuse, yes, because people were objecting New Testament. So Gideon International started selling small books. I remember when we were small, they will be selling small New Testament so that people will start accepting it gradually. It was a colonial tool. If you read about the slave Bible, you will pain.
They don't.
I will encourage people to go and read the letter
they
to
don't go
Leopold
around
letter to
and
the
ask
Catholic
questions.
Church in
When
Congo.
I went to Badagry for a school, because I do library and information science in school. When I went for excursion, that course was a visitation. They assigned up my group to go to Badagry. We went to this place. I shed tears. If you see the things that was in that place, even there are some that's fault, so they have to throw it away, but they just wrote it down. People, people, they don't read, they don't want to learn, they don't want to remove the ideology that is crippling their mind. Do you understand?
Yep.
That's the problem.
So let me, I was a Sunday school teacher. So
you go on, please. When you are through with Christianity, please talk about Islamic so that I will learn.
No. I actually wanted to engage Ayo Islam, but since Kathy has the floor, you can go ahead.
Yes, I will just say brief. I'll say some stuff small about Islam. But you see this issue is this. Have you ever asked question why they said Yeshua is the Hebrew and Jesus spoke only Hebrew and Aramaic languages, 2 languages. And by the law of translation, you don't translate names.
You do not, correct.
You do not translate names. But they came and said Jesus is the English version, but even Jesus is not even is a Brazilian name. So even Jesus is an English name, and you said Yeshua is not powerful than Jesus. You say Jesus is now the most powerful name on the earth. It's a mental conditioning. You said the name English now, but let me just give you an example. If you're writing a book or you're translating a Chinese book to English, you dare not change the name to English. It is a law of translation. You can translate you can translate any other thing, but you don't translate name. But these people said you can translate it.
Correct.
You said you just translated, and they translated it and said that's the most powerful name, and you must call it.
Even at times, yep. And so even you're very correct. Even at times, the best thing you can do is a transliteration of some things in context. You can't. So there's some things that you cannot really translate them because the context will change. And once the underlying context changes, the meaning has changed. You have brutalized it. So at best, you can do a transliteration. But when it comes to names, there's no way to, and to make matters worse, the letter J did not exist. When did the letter J start existing?
Not quite long. I think it should be around.
It's not quite long. So there's nothing called Jesus, right? And to make matters worse, right?
That's true.
Look,
that's true. Yeah.
How long ago did Jesus, so-called Jesus, die and resurrect? To when the book started to be written, because all the books were written after he died, right? And the book started to be written
already after he died.
That you couldn't find any. I mean, he no family, nothing. But the Bible knows the genealogy of Jesus from Abraham to David, from David to Jesus. But they cannot now find the genealogy of anyone. His mother, his half siblings, since it's Yahweh that put the come inside his mom, is how everything. So if he was this person that they said he was, wouldn't that his family become so popular, like the Rockefellers, the what do we call them? The Medici family? Wouldn't they be so powerful that everybody will be looking up to them? You will know them. They will wear that name on their sleeves. They'll become a generational power. Where are they? None. Nothing.
If hypocrites and so
one of the issues that I have underlined.
and Socrates, who came before Jesus, or let me say they came, but they have records of their date of birth. We have everything about them, but Jesus that
Yes.
just came just how many centuries ago?
They have busts.
Now we don't have the
They have
records.
inscript. They have. There's even nobody drew anything, even in black, of what this guy looks like. No drawing of him. But yet there's a drawing of Roman emperors.
Yes, exactly.
It will not surprise me if you see a drawing of Pontius Pilate. You can find drawing of Pontius Pilate, but no drawing of this so-called
we have
person they call
we have
Jesus.
established already that it's a political tool for exploitation and dominance, and whoever writes the manuscript dominates. That is why we're talking about this. Yes, whoever has the manuscript dominates. So if you write history, if you know how to write it very well, you can't say bad about your people. Do you understand? You can't say bad about your people. How will a child, a Sunday school child was telling me, sir, that he was looking at me in the eye and said, you really believe the snake spoke to Eve? Do you understand? I was standing like, this boy, do you really believe that snake can speak to? You know, I was teaching them about the archangels, Angel Gabriel, Michael, and all Lucifer. And the picture I saw was white men. But you know what? The day Lucifer disobeyed God, his name changed. Not only his name changed, his picture changed to a black man. And not only black man with a black man with a tail.
Not from a fine handsome man.
A black man, yes, but suddenly when it changed now, they told a black man. So you see in this country, for example, in Africa now, you see people a bag of cement. If you carry a bag of cement, just carve a woman with a baby, paint it black, people will not bow to you. But paint it white and write Mary. You see people come, yes,
they'll
but
buy
they
it.
write Mary and see.
They won't get the
buy it
price
because it's painted black, white.
Yep.
You know, we don't think.
So even Islam. See, the two Abrahamic religions, they are the ones that always talk about hell and heaven. Okay, the same heaven that somebody was building skyscraper, and the guy is like, "Hey, this skyscraper is going to get to me in this sky. I have to destroy them." So it means that he's right in this sky somewhere, this same sky we're looking at. Using the technology of those days,
good.
So is this sky somewhere? And we have been able to confirm because both religions are Abrahamic.
See, all religions, religions are naturally by design not peaceful. Religions by design, they are not peaceful. They can come into your territory.
But these two Abrahamic religions
stop you in the morning. They will change the time of waking up.
Peaceful to a different level. They are the worst of them all. These two Abrahamics,
exactly.
They are the worst of them.
Just give them 20 years.
I said they are
if you cannot cope with this place, leave this place for us. No, but they came to Africa. We were tolerant. Do you understand? We came and accepted. We are tolerant. We were not brutal. Do you understand? We were not brutal. But we accepted these people. But with time now.
Yeah.
But time now, you see, for example, in Nigeria, let me just give you an example with Nigeria. With time now, discover that somebody from the south, from the north, from Bauchi State, he's seen a Palestinian, his brother. But he's seen a Kogi man from Christian. He's seen an enemy.
Brother. Enemy.
Yes, it's not his brother. While a Christian from Oyo, being an Israeli, this current European design, it's not the original Israel. This European design
of course,
now.
Correct.
He's seen as somebody you can trust, while he's seeing somebody from Maiduguri as an enemy. What is religion doing to us? So if something happens, for example, a war happens between Nigeria and Israel now, do you know that within the country we will sabotage ourselves?
Yes.
Within the country. Yep. Because within the country we're already segmented into these two Abrahamic religions.
Yeah, but you see,
so we are already,
that division.
Defeated.
Yeah, that division didn't just start today. It started in 1880.
Exactly.
Was it 1884 when they decided to carve
Yeah.
Africa according to their wishes, right? They did not carve us right, and we have not had the temerity to sit down and tell the truth to
Exactly.
ourselves
The Berlin,
and
right?
recover ourselves. Yes, the Berlin Conference, and recover ourselves correctly, right? But these same folks are the same folks who, when it was their own time, right? When the Belgians and the Dutch needed to leave each other because the Dutch are extremely liberal and the Belgians are very conservative, and they couldn't make it work. They understood that, you know what, we are not aligned ideologically. We will not be able to succeed. The moment they carved themselves out, the Belgians went their way, the Dutch went their way. They became advanced countries. They took off. There was a time when if anybody leave jackpot from Nigeria, they're going to Belgium. If you remember, the days of those BMWs that you see on the streets. So these are the things. But we lack, for some reason, they have used those religions to bind our, to corrupt us, to bind our brain, and we refuse to unlearn ourselves from it.
Please, I want Ayo, because his network was bad, but I know that I'm sure that he was hearing what you were saying. I want Ayo to turn on his turn on his what is it called? So that he can debunk anything that you said.
Okay.
Yep. Mr. Ayo, are you with us?
Okay. Yes. If he's hearing us, he can turn it on.
Mr. Ayo, can you unmute and talk to us if you're with us?
Okay. So you look at it. He's not there.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you are with us. Okay. What did you? Oh, you are with us. Okay. Good. Do you know that? Just like all Christians.
No. You don't need to ask me a question, Mr. Ayo.
Okay.
Okay. No, I don't think
he had everything.
I think he's just getting involved in the conversation.
He had everything they just said. Is there anywhere you can say that what they said is lie or truth, or can you just talk something or debunk them?
What is the issue of climbing to heaven or something? Say something about climbing. When do you get that?
No, don't worry about that. We've been discussing since. We've been speaking about the African condition, right? And these religions, Islam, Christianity, that they brought to us, and that they're a tool of control. Do you have anything to say about that? That's what, forget about my question about hell or whatever. Go ahead, join the discussion.
No, you said a lot of
This Adam man have sense, so I have already lost enough good self.
No. I don't want us to do it as if we are attacking him or something like that. Yeah, Ayo, can you tell us why do you think Ibrahim Traore?
Let's go down.
Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Why do you think he objected Saudi Arabia's offer of $2 billion to build mosques? Why do you think he turned it down?
I don't know. Maybe because he felt they had an agenda.
Maybe you don't want to know.
No, he said he said because he felt they had an agenda.
The guy knows the trick.
So explain what you. Hold on, Mr.
United States wanted to build
Hold on,
schools.
Kathy. Hold on. Kathy. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
So
Ayo,
yes,
did you say that maybe because you felt he rejected because he felt they had an agenda? Is that what you said? I just want to be sure.
That's right.
Okay, good. What do you think that agenda was?
Maybe
In
they're
your own
trying
view.
maybe Saudi is trying to influence the decision of the Burkina Faso people.
How do you think they could have influenced it? In what way?
Same way France has been influencing all this one.
Would that be negative or positive?
I don't know.
But
Maybe it's supposed to be positive. Maybe it felt it's negative.
Exactly. So you think these people love you? If actually any religion that is beneficial to you, anything that's beneficial, do you think they'll bring it to Africa?
Who is this talking now? Why can't you just? Who is this Messi? Can't you just hold on?
No. Don't worry. Ayo, just go ahead.
So what were you saying exactly about Saudi Arabia? So you said something that. What's the conclusion? What's the time?
you know, America, Saudi Arabia is an ally to America. You understand? So America initially wanted to build schools. They offered to build schools in Burkina Faso. But Ibrahim Torres said, I purchased weapons from Brazil to come and help fight insurgents. But you people confiscated these weapons. So if you want to build schools, can you release these weapons first? Let's talk about security before we talk about schools. They discovered that they could not penetrate this guy. Then they spoke to Saudi Arabia. They say, since we cannot get this guy politically, can we use religion? So they said, okay, can we give him a bigger offer? We're going to build about $2 billion US for them to build mosques in Burkina Faso. So you see these people, they are not ready to give you weapons. They are not ready to give you technology or AI or anything that will be of benefit. Come on to just build nuclear power for you to have electricity. They said you're going to have nuclear weapon.
Yes.
Do you understand now? They say you're going to have nuclear, you're going to be dominant. So you think if these people actually, if they know that religion is going to give you power, do you think they're going to give you? If these people could end, they say visa ban to Saudi Arabia now only on religious grounds. You cannot go to Saudi Arabia anyhow. You cannot go to UK now. You cannot go to United States now. You think when you go to heaven, you stay with the same place with them? You think they want you to stay in the same heaven or Al-Jannah with them?
No, wait. Let me finish. Are you done with yourself? So my question
So
now is,
I feel,
sorry.
yes, I think that these people don't wish us well.
Can I just say,
anything they bring, you must check it with double face.
Can I just
in my
say
own
hello?
opinion?
Can I just say
Kathy, hold on.
Yes, go
Kathy,
ahead.
hold on. Okay,
Go ahead.
bro.
Yes.
Guys, just wanted to say hello to everyone. Sorry, I've been away from the phone, but yeah, hi everyone. Let's see. Radical Wisdom.
You're welcome.
Meaty, you're still here pushing it. I can see.
I'm trying.
Hello, Carlos still here. Everyone's still here. Hey, Suzanne, the only black woman. What else do we have?
I'm still here, but there's another slow candidate.
Where? Which one?
Ayo, now I told you. I
Yeah,
told you
said,
that.
you said, as soon as you saw his name come on, you were like,
I'll tell you, she has this thing of knowing slow people. I don't know where she gets it from.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. You guys can carry on the conversation.
Your ideology is slow, Abi.
Huh?
I understand. So whoever is against your ideology is slow. Yeah,
No. Forget about that. Let's move on. Let's go back to the discussion we're having. Okay. So
it's not. Wait. It's not even about. This is not logical. If we're having a discussion and you feel like there's no point of me even having any discussion with you, you feel like what I'm slow and I don't even know what I'm saying. So
okay,
but slow and steady. Hold on, Mr. Ayo. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Doesn't slow and steady wins the race?
I remember saying something here.
This is slow and steady.
Mitty is not that kind of slow.
And Kezi did not agree with my point, and he made his fact.
Anybody that does not agree with your point.
But your own is that we are giving you reason why we are not agreeing with you, and you're not saying anything to counter us. I said something, and Kazi, I'm not pronouncing his name correctly. I think he has left
He
corrected me and he said, no, this is not how it is. He corrected me and I took the correction and I shut up. But these slow people, you don't see that what you're saying is wrong.
Messi, do you know the funny thing there? Everybody has been talking and you've not made any reasonable things. You've not had any reasonable additions than saying somebody is slow. Have you noticed? Like you've not made any reasonable additions.
That have not added anything. The people that are paying attention knows I've added something.
Please,
So
can I ask you some questions?
So we have questions. We have this discussion we are engaging on before.
No, I mean the host. Let the host. I mean, it's her show, so if she wants to ask a question, I think that's fair enough.
Your conversation.
So wait.
You guys want to finish your conversation? Go ahead. Let me.
Let me. I want to address what somebody brought up about Saudi Arabia and Burkina Faso. You were saying something here.
Okay.
Was it Kathy or meeting? Who is talking about that?
Are you a Christian or a Muslim?
He's a Muslim. He's a Muslim, but he's not a real Muslim because he's not following the 5 pillars
Yes, exactly.
accurately and correctly, 100%. Yeah, he's not following the Sunnah, but I think Allah will understand.
No. I just said that he's going to go to heaven very soon. According to
Heaven? How will he get to heaven? All Muslims will go to hell.
No, he said that he's following the prayers always.
No. I'm telling you, no, Mr. Aneke, it doesn't matter what they do, even if they follow the 5 pillars. He does his salah, he's done everything, even if he goes to Hajj, all Muslims will go to hell.
Yes.
Period.
All Muslims must touch hell.
They must.
They must pass it. And then
they must, yes.
Then Allah will now determine which one of them he will decide to bring with him to Jannah.
To Jannah. He will create a bridge.
It's in the Quran.
Yes.
You don't understand Muslim. No. If you understand Muslim, you discover that hair, if there's a virgin in that hair, they are ready to go.
There's no hell in the virgin. There's no there's no virgin in the hell.
But it's crazy how these people want to go there to go and meet the virgins, but there's no guarantee they're going to be in heaven. None whatsoever.
No.
Okay,
let me see. Let me tell you, it's not just hold on.
KW. Yes, sir.
Adrian.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My apologies. In my opinion, a lot of times I'm hearing a lot of disrespect of our grandmothers and great grandmothers. People talking about I don't want to hear nothing about what somebody's grandmother said, and that is totally disrespectful. Even if they don't mind, even if they don't mean to be disrespectful, it is very disrespectful to those who love their culture and love their parents.
I totally agree. It's just like they just said, like, seriously, a lot of us we do trace our stuff back. Y'all just trying to make it seem like it's non and void because y'all read all these books or whatever, etc. And kudos to y'all. But a lot of us know where we come from. We come from her, and y'all just kind of keep trying to displace us and put us somewhere else. We know what we talking about as well.
So with that being said, remember we were all one before we were separated. We were the Americas. Why is it you guys are the only one who say that you guys are from here, but yes, still everybody else who is a part of the Americas who would actually be here too if you're going to be speaking about this topic? Why don't we
I would love to please answer that question if somebody will allow me. Okay, let me answer you, Chan. Number one, if you go back to the 17th and the 18th century, during the time of the abolitionist movement, if you've read Dr. I believe it's The Folly of Colonization by Frederick Douglass, where he was taking a stance that BK people are from America and not from Africa, because during this period of time they were shipping BK people to Liberia, and West Africa, and he was and Frederick Douglass, if you read,